Welcome, one and all, to the Astral Academy. It's time, my friends. It's time to continue the story where we left off from the Arcane Academy last season, last month. And a lot has happened. My friends, a lot has happened behind the scenes in the Astral Veil. And the scariest part is Io does not realize the dire threat that looms hidden between planar pockets. I hope you guys are ready. I hope my players are ready. Because hoo boy, I've been warning people about this for a while now. I've been warning people about this for a while now. And yeah, I'm excited. And I hope you guys are too. Shall we go and greet our new players? Some returning, some entering IO for the very first time. Oh boy. Oh boy. Hello. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
How you all doing
Greetings.
today? How y'all?
Oh, you know.
What's Prissy? What's
Why
up?
did you put on creepy music, Brett? What's going on?
What do you mean? You don't?
What happened to the jovial, like, original music where it's like Harry Potter?
It was happy and we're all having a good time and we're all just ready to go to magic school. Yeah. I mean, there'll still be a little bit of that. Don't you?
A little.
Don't you worry.
What about
First
a
day at
lot?
university where you don't know anyone.
Oh my god, you're right.
Yeah, it is. There's definitely like a feeling of a creeping feeling from within you. So yeah, all happy. Then Harry's parents died. Oh no.
Spoilers, bro. Come on.
I mean the Astral Academy still is a bustling place where people are learning to tap into knowledges and gain a sort of magic. But each of you within the academy has its own special purpose, its own special meaning for being here. And if you would all be all right with that, like to start with one of our newer players.
Hell yeah.
Brizzy,
Yeah.
are you ready? Are you ready to dive right in?
Ooh, ready for what?
Are you ready?
Where am I?
Are you ready to go right in?
Am I ready for who knows what? Sure.
Here we go. I'm very excited for this. Hold on one second. Oh my gosh, maybe I'm not ready for this. Where did all my... Oh gosh, it deleted my map. No! Okay, hold on.
If you're
Hold
not
on
ready, I'm doomed.
Yeah. No, I've got it. Wait, hold on. Where did I put that dang thing? Hold on one second. I'm looking around.
Make a perception check.
Make a perception check to look around. Man, I had everything set up and then I guess, oh wait, you know what I think happened? Hold on. Map layer. Oh yeah, no, it just deleted everything. Cool. I love this. Oh, I see what happened. Okay, cool. I goofed up. Okay. So, first and foremost, Brizzy,
Yes.
would you like to introduce yourself and the character that you'll be playing?
Okay. What's up? I'm Brizzy. I'm a YouTuber and a voice actor and a D&D player and a strong Ravenclaw. My character is a Githzerai named Dakazan. I'm not sure how much to say. Should I just describe
you can
what
say
it looks
you can
like?
say as much or as little as you'd like.
All right. Well, let's just go with appearances then. So, the sides of their head is shaved, and there's a black mohawk in the middle that's woven into a thick braid hanging down the middle of my back. And on the shaved spaces on the sides of their head are blue and purple tattoos that look like a mix of planetary symbols and strange warped physics graphs.
Cool.
And hanging around the edges of the mohawk across my forehead is a chain of coins, and the one in the center is embedded with a blue gem. My robes are very minimalist, serious, plain bluish purple with a high stiff collar. And then my boots have a metallic platform to their soles that I would describe as holographic in color. And that's what they look like.
Okay. Well, so to reiterate and also to say your name again, Duckazon, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Well, Duckazon, as you remember it, you were sent here by your sort of like clan of Gith from an organization called the Spire. They focus themselves in the studies of gravity magic and graviturgy itself. You are, I would say above apprentice, maybe in sort of like a medium knowledge level when it comes to your graviturgy levels, and you've been sent here to the Astral Academy on the request of Headmaster Levin, who is currently researching the gravity's ebbs and flows and the sort of like gravity flow of a creature, an ancient unknown astral creature known as Cosmicon, or as some students have colorfully called this creature, the Space Baby. The reason why you were called forward for this is because it has recently been discovered that Cosmicon has its own sort of orbit. It's such a massive creature that it has its own orbit and can manipulate the flow of gravity from without this creature. So you've been working with Levin for quite some time, studying the flows of gravity around this being. You've been here for about a couple of weeks now. And yeah, so you've been kind of like tasked with a variety of checks of researching and learning more about the gravity pull. And it's been sort of enlightening and educating because this baby seems to it doesn't follow its own law of gravity, essentially, which has been a little unsettling, alarming to you. So I would say at this point, it's about early morning, midday, and you've arrived once again in Headmaster Levin's office. And yeah, it's just essentially a bunch of scrying and writing notes. For your character, let me go ahead and ask some questions. When your character like studies gravity and things like that, what would you say Duckazon typically does on the day-to-day when it comes to like gravity research or enhancing her knowledge with gravity?
I would say it is a variety of experiments, some usually using magic, some not. Just trying to tap into the weave and the fabric of space-time itself, and how the curvature and geometry of that is affecting things and how that can be altered, and how they affect each other. And here it's seeing what is possibly different about Cosmikara than other relatively same size, perhaps same density phenomena out in the Astra field.
Okay. So with you specifically, is it fair to say like your order or the order of the Gith that you're a part of, they expect a little bit of like balance and stuff like that, right? Like things like, would you say you're more like by the book? When you see things that aren't supposed to go the way they go gravity wise, would you say that it excites you, or would you say that it just kind of like it like changes things around? Like how do you feel about the fact that all your studies that you've researched in this point seems to be going in a different direction, that you're starting to almost get to the point where you're not struggling, but the answers aren't coming as easy as they would. Does that frustrate you, or does that encourage you?
Exciting and concerning. I like that means that I'm gonna figure out how it actually is. Because that's progress, and progress is good.
Okay.
But I would say more concern than frustration.
Okay. So as usual, Headmaster Levin comes in, and you're using your typical scrying experimental magics. This orb over here kind of simulates a little bit of like the educated guess of the gravity pull of Cosmicara, allowing you to do research and things of that nature, which you could do at any time with Arcana check specifically. But yeah, I would say Levin kind of walks in during this day, and he kind of has this sort of his face, you've come to learn, is a sort of like, it's usually pretty muted without emotion, but this is the first time you would see this sort of like stoic individual with an expression of concern as he kind of walks up. And before he heads over to his desk, he would probably walk over to you. Do you prefer to go by your full name, or is there like a nickname that you like to use?
I do not come up with my own nickname. I introduce myself as Duckazan, and that is it.
Then he would probably continue to call you Duckazan at that point in time. As he then like walks by you, he would simply state, Duckazan, good morning. Good to see you again. And you can see the expression on his face. There's concern and worry.
Are you bothered?
He is he's silent for a moment before he walks back over to the orb, and he kind of motions his hand over the orb as it begins to spiral again. You'll notice a map sort of emerge from the orb itself of the surrounding area of the Astral Academy. And kind of like a bird's eye view almost, you'll see the hills that surround the academy itself, and you'll notice off in the distance a nearby village, the Gen village, which is a village of Gith that keep memories within a cavern of memories. I was doing some study, and over here, and he'll point over to the village. And as he does so, you'll see it kind of like morph colors into this orange and red, as you've come to learn simulates a very heavy like gravity disturbance. This has arrived over the evening. And, well, I think we will need to study this first, but more importantly, I'm worried we'll have to send a team of some sort out there of reconnaissance. And if Cosmicara is over there, I'm gonna look over to you. I'm just afraid we're not ready. And for this thing to be so close, But
do we not know where they are right now?
That's just the thing. Cosmicara has been vanished now for 9 months. And yet there's gravity disturbances all over the Vale. And over here, and he points over at the village, this is a great disturbance that I have not seen. Not since Cosmicara appeared to the students of Io almost a year ago. And it's the first time you've ever seen him like concerned at all. And he looks over to you, and he just says, I apologize for the emotional outburst. Very light emotional outburst, but still an emotional outburst for him.
Have you done a proper search of the nearby areas?
I've scryed. I must admit, my knowledge of graviturgy doesn't compare to yours. And he'll smirk a little bit. Maybe.
Perhaps a proper examination of the exact pulse of the gravity could calculate from where it is occurring.
Do you think that can be done from here, or are we going to have to send someone on site?
Make an attempt to scry it first and see what can be gleaned.
Let it be done. At that point, he will motion over to the orb, which you've used to scry gravity phenomenon for quite some time now. So for this, for general like Arcana checks and scrying, I'll typically ask you for a Arcana check, and so I will go ahead and do that for you now. If you'd like to go ahead and roll Arcana.
Okay.
And you've used D&D Beyond before, so you know how that works. Yeah, perfect. A 10. Okay, so you've rolled
Not
a 2.
the best.
Not. Yeah. So, as you kind of like begin to motion over at the orb, it's definitely a struggle. And the only thing that I can tell you at this point in time with the check that you've rolled, that as you are trying to break through, decipher the gravity, the gravity phenomenon that's happening, you can barely break through, as if you can already tell that, maybe you say this out loud, maybe you don't, that there is a bit of a struggle. Either you're not on your game today or what, but you definitely can tell there's some sort of strong, like, mental block over there that's preventing scrying to even be done.
This may have to be measured in person.
He sighed. He sighs at this point. I was afraid of that. He'll look over to you. I know you were sent here to observe and study. Do you feel capable to go to on-site?
This is nearby, correct?
He nods.
I don't see why not.
I don't want
It
to.
seems the people of the village are doing all right. Concerned, perhaps, but I don't think this would be harming them currently.
He'll nod. Well, either way, I don't want to send you alone. I have a few people in mind that I will go ahead and call forth now. Some of our brightest students here at the academy. I think they're ready for some field work. If you're willing to assist them and they can assist you. Would you be all right with
Very
company?
well. Sure, as long as they're not too easily distracted.
He'll give a light smirk and just say, distracted, no. Excitable. And he'll look towards you. Maybe. At that point, he'll go to his desk. Do you say anything else to him before we change the scene up a little bit?
I'll say thank you for the information.
He'll nod and begin writing a book on his desk. All right. So, at this point, a young lad will be waking up after nights and nights of studying, going deep down the school of necromancy. Criken.
Oh my god, the
Look at this room.
This fucking
Oh my god.
sprawlings of blood and runes everywhere. A vampire chamber rising from his coffin.
Did
I
I
need
do
another cat.
did I do Tremor's room justice?
Yeah.
Like a vampire dorm room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really. That's exactly right.
Criken, why don't you reintroduce yourself to everyone and tell us a little bit about your character?
Sure thing. Hi everyone, I'm Criken, Twitch streamer, etc., etc. I am reprising the role of Tremor Cushions, who is I don't think it was actually revealed last season, but he was 16 for the last season. He was the youngest of the group, kind of hiding his age, which may have come out in his behavior. He's still growing and learning. He's a bit of an edgy lad, but he's trying to find out how to deal with his emotions. Coming to terms with killing some of his classmates in a prank gone wrong, and torturing himself about that fact as he keeps his crush in a soul jar that he uses to talk to her when he can. So, he's gone through a lot in the last year since returning to the Astral Academy. If you notice on his character portrait, his hair has been bleached white as he has experimented with lightning to the point where he now has resistance to lightning, but at the trade-off of gathering many scars, and his hair has basically been bleached with all the shocks he's given himself. At the same time, he's also delved deep into the study of necromancy, now that he's not inhibited by the laws of the mortal realm of back home. Levin has taught him what he knows, and he's been working at trying to find a new form or body for Elle. Is it Ellie or Elle? I forget which.
Ellie or Elle works.
Okay. For Ellie, who has been trapped in this kind of phylactery that he's got. So he's been slowly trying to figure that out. He's probably been experimenting on Otto a little bit, who has now got little bolts in him. Maybe he's trying to like swap out the arms for like claws and stuff, like a little like one of those like toys that Andy had in Toy Story. Pretty much just like that.
The neighbor, yeah.
Yeah.
So
not Andy, the bad
Sid.
kid.
Yeah, the
Sid,
yeah.
Sid, yeah.
Sid.
So as a brief recap to everyone, because I didn't forget to mention this in the beginning, since the end of Arcane Academy in the world of Io, a month has passed. But since the Astral Academy or the Astral Veil's time flows differently than it does on Io, an entire year has passed since Tremor and Gideon has arrived here in the Astral Veil, and they've gone through quite a bit of a transformation. Some stuff they know, a lot of stuff they don't know that I'm going to reveal to them right now. So, Tremor, couple of things and advancements you've made as you've continued to study down the road of necromancy. You have learned as you continue to experiment with the Mordove handshake, unfortunately has gone a little bit awry since Eleonora is no longer with you to continue to teach the Mordove handshake. So you have continued to essentially go, all right, well, how did it go again? I think it's like this. I'm going to just do this. I'm going to go ahead and temper around with this a little bit. And now you have learned the cantrip Vile Lightning, which is sort of like spread of, which is sort of like a spread of lightning to nearby enemies that is both necrotic and electric in damage types. You have also learned the spell, third level spell, Summon Undead. Specifically, this is an individual Summon Undead, just so that you know that is catered to you. You have found a way to summon Ellie, and you are able to have her fight with you in combat.
Ooh. What is her form when summoned?
It's her.
Oh.
It's like her as a ghost. In fact, you occasionally, I would say, have grown a bit close with Ellie over the past year now that you've learned how to summon Undead. To the point where you now know how to speak in sign language, which you do with her frequently. The next experiment that you're working on is, well, a couple of things. One of the next things you're working on is actually trying to create a construct body for Ellie, as you are still quite a ways from learning the art of resurrection and revival. So the next best thing that you could go down is actually making a construct that she can house herself in, and still kind of like live and do like the day to day, but as a construct.
Awesome. Yeah, that sounds exactly like what he would want to do. In your drawer, you still have the Scarf of Nigel, which I'm not sure what you've been doing with that, if you kept it hidden. I think that's to him a reminder of what was left behind and the ultimate goal of righting the wrongs of, the academy and kind of what he sees as like the trouble back in the material plane and the friends he left there. more torture history to remind himself of, basically.
But yeah, I would definitely say at this point in time, you wake up after another restless night of barely sleeping. In the more recent, I would say month, because I think you've gotten pretty used to it at this point. You have been hearing a sort of distorted cry, like a baby's cry, echoing in the back of your mind that jolts you awake at night. It's just enough sleep to consider it long rested, but it is not restful at all. So
bags under his eyes just keep growing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just he's on his way to Palpatine.
What would you be? How do you handle Otto usually? Does he just kind of like follow you around? Is he more of like? You made it sound like he's kind of more of like a test dummy now.
Yeah, I mean, he's a homunculus, so like he's not really made of flesh, so it's less inhumane, I'd say, to do some like body augmentations on him. So I think he would like basically have a little workshop in his room where he's trying on different like fixtures with him and like, you know, just experimenting with like what Otto's comfortable with in how he can like change his movement patterns based on, you know, just like Sid, like having spider legs instead of actual little legs, or having a claw, all that sort of stuff.
Do you mess with flesh appendages at all?
Attaching them to Otto?
Mm-hmm.
If
you had the option,
I would get flesh. In an academy.
Where does one acquire flesh?
Yeah, I don't think he's against it, but it would be, purely like scientific in nature, I think, in how he's using it. Not like, I don't know, fucking using it as a baseball bat. Well, that's my go-to, but.
Got it. What would you say is typically your morning when you wake up within your room?
Wake up, be annoyed that he's awake, sleep for another 30 minutes. Wake up, begrudgingly get up, call Otto over to him. Depending on what augmentation's on Otto at the moment, it'll take long or short.
What would you say is the last augmentation that you gave him?
I'm gonna say a dagger for a leg, the other leg normal. One of the hands has like another hand butting out of it to see if he can like have 3 hands, but it's not really going well, and he knows it, and he's a little embarrassed.
So he would like hobble over to you.
You go like,
Is his voice different now?
it's been it depends. Like, again, I think he's just been trying different stuff out, you know. He's just throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks, you know, almost literally in the case of this room.
He'll probably like claw his way back onto your shoulder. The knife probably jabbing you a little bit as it does so.
Come on, Otto. Another restless night.
I love it.
What are we gonna do today, Otto?
Go on.
He surveys the books. I've already read all these.
As you're like scanning through all of the books that I would say at this point you've been reading, you've read through like all the books that Levin has been giving you and scouring. I would you say Tremor has been like getting a mastery of these books, or has he been just like scrolling through them, just trying to like he just scrubs through the books, just trying to figure out what works for him?
I think it's a basic level, and then whenever he finds something that aids his like ultimate goals, then he'll like hardcore, you know, study and try to get a mastery of that. So his, you know, long-term goals being building a new body for Ellie, finding a way to like preserve power and save lives, like of those that he cares about, like preserve life, I guess, and bring it back from the brink. I think those would be kind of his two main directives.
Okay.
And lightning, I guess. Just some, passing fascination with lightning.
As you kind of begin to scroll through, you see an image of a figure trying to like form itself over there. It's kind of muted at first.
Mucks over.
And then you would see a sort of like translucent Levin appear.
He runs around, starts picking up around the room. He's a little embarrassed with the state of it, I think.
He would just Tremor. I hope I'm not intrude, and he'll just look around a little bit.
I'm gonna clean it up. All right. I had a big night last night. I had made a big breakthrough. Look, and he shows Otto. He's got a knife for a leg.
As long as you believe you're moving forward with progress, I don't mind too much the state of your room. And then he kind of looks over at all like the dark markings of necromancy that you've used for several transmutation spells of necrotic appendages and things like that. He goes, probably would be best to scrub the ink. Is that blood?
Yeah, look, I got a big reserve. Okay, it's all right. I'll get to it. Or
you're not using yours, right?
No. I have donors.
He'll raise his eyebrow. You're not using the students, right?
I mean, the first years are eager to learn. What's the harm?
I've told you this on several occasions, that even if you persuade a first year to donate their blood to you, you shouldn't do that. They're here for learning as well.
He hangs his head. Sorry, Levin. I'll give it back. He pulls out a jar and puts it away.
He shakes his head a little bit, and he'll just at that point just be like, I will find you a new source of blood. But for now, how has your studies been? You know, I hate to interrupt you while you're in the middle of a breakthrough, but I may need you for something.
They've been going well. Ellie's been helping a lot, actually. It's amazing the insight she has onto the other side. I don't think I could have gotten this far without her help.
You may conquer this whole death problem yet. And he'll give you a light smirk.
Yeah, it's not so bad. I mean, it is.
He'll
That
nod.
was a joke.
He'll nod. That's all right. I believe I may actually have a solution for you for the other students.
For their blood?
No.
Oh.
He goes, the students, and then he looks at your phylactery.
Oh. his smile fades very quickly as he remembers the other students is responsible for the death of. Yeah. How are their souls faring?
While I'm uncertain of their status, I am almost certain they're still sealed within that abomination of a construct. But that is not why I contacted you. I need to speak with you and Gideon. There may be some
Gideon?
Developments. Yes.
How's he doing? I haven't left my room for, kind of sniffs under his armpit, a few days.
He keeps to himself. I try to not bother him during his studies. He's doing well. Perhaps you can catch up when you arrive over at my office. I'll also be bringing a couple of other talented students along that I expect you to be on your best behavior with.
So no blood.
No blood.
Okay.
He'll smile. So I will see you, and he'll look at you, and you're like disheveledness, and be like, an hour?
Yeah, it'll take about that long.
He'll give a nod at that point.
Thanks,
He
Dad.
says-
At 11.
He'll smile a little bit. He'll be like, it'll be good to see you face to face again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, time to find a bath.
Time to conjure a bath. Meanwhile, in a more organized room, Gideon.
Hello.
Mr. Shady. Why don't you reintroduce yourself to everyone and tell us a little bit about your character and their development?
Sure. Hey guys, my name's Shadypenguinn. You can call me Shady. I am a streamer content creator who loves stocks, and that's pretty much what's taken over my life right now is stocks, and that's it. So, like, if I want to talk about anything else, I'm the wrong guy. Gideon, though, he's way more interesting. Gideon was born to the common class before going to the academy, and kind of got introduced to all of these nobles that rubbed him the wrong way occasionally. A couple of them did. However, he was able to make good friends with some and kind of ended up in this weird spot where he didn't know if he hated nobles or wanted to be one. Hence why his attire on his portrait is a little bit more done up than it was prior. He still has Risk, of course, his white snow fox. And as far as his reason for being in the Astral Academy, after the wish of the Jinn that brought them here originally, he couldn't get the idea of turning back time out of his mind. And he had asked Levin at one point if time travel was actually possible. And essentially, that's what he's been studying this entire time, is the way to control and manipulate time.
And with that, over the past couple of weeks, you've actually made quite a bit of advancements in that, as you have successfully changed your school of study over to being a chronomancer, which has given you a variety of time controlling abilities. You have also learned the spells Haste and Slow, which you can sort of cast on a level of mastery, where it's more it proves itself to be more effective to those that you have casted it upon. In addition, typically your day consists of a sort of chrono, like a chrono meditation, where you kind of begin to like scan around time itself. You kind of like to go into like this hovering meditation position. You begin to look around to things like random events that have happened in the past and potential outcomes of the future. While you haven't mastered that quite yet, you have been getting a couple of glimpses of things that you don't necessarily understand if it is a genuine future point or if it is like what could be, or the conditions around it, and you're still trying to sort through that. Because of this, you have gained the ability of sleep that elves typically get, which is essentially a 4 hours of sleep and 4 hours of meditation for a long rest. So you essentially sleep like an elf would sleep at this point because of your attunement to time, essentially.
Sick.
Yeah. Because of this, you've also don't require food and water as much. You still require it, but you do kind of like feel yourself like not needing those things as much as you did before you became a chronomancer. At this point in time. Yeah. As you begin to like connect yourself with time itself, you're uncertain what that means, whether you're shifting forward in time whenever you meditate, or if there's something else behind the scenes going on there. But your room, I would imagine, is kept a little more orderly, mostly because all your study is done through more than meditation than it is through dozens and dozens of notes, essentially.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Once again, you would wake up, and for the past month now, you hear the shrill cry of an infant, distorted and echoed in the back of your mind. It has made your it's made your sleep, unfortunately, very restless.
And do I recognize this cry from when we encountered Space Baby number 1?
I would say the fact that you've made that connection, yes, you do. Okay. That is a haunting cry, and every time you do hear it, you do think back to this giant infant floating above, almost crushing you, as you, Eleonora, Al, and Tremor were trying to escape to the village of Gen to collect mushrooms to get out of the Astral Veil. And now it's sort of become your home.
Got it.
As you awake, I would say Risk, who's probably been sleeping on the end of your bed, would probably come up to greet you.
Yeah, Risk sleeps right at my head. Like, he sleeps on the other pillow with, like, his nose watching me all the time. But, yeah, that's what my dog does in real life, so. Yeah, so, yeah, Risk does that. I think that Gideon would probably spend a little bit of time when he first wakes up, like, giving Risk attention, like, kind of playing, hanging out. Maybe, like, trapping Risk inside of a little time vortex where he floats there and gives him this look, like, not again. There's Risk.
There's the boy.
But then I think after that, Gideon probably pretty much gets into his meditation.
He appears to be a year older, as you have. Attitude-wise, what would you say your attitude has? Maybe your demeanor? Would you believe your demeanor has changed at all over the past year, or would you say you're still like the same person?
No, I think Gideon went through, when first coming to the Arcane Academy, he was very carefree, very like, oh, this is going to be great. And then he got his like callous skin grown by the nobles and just the mistreatment that he went through a little bit. And now, having spent most of the past year in seclusion, removed from pretty much anyone that he knows, I would say he's just more serious. I wouldn't call him like edgy or bitter, but he's just very focused and obsessed with this idea of figuring out time.
Okay.
And that's kind of led him to be less charismatic. Yeah, I guess that's the best way to put it. Less charismatic, just kind of to the point.
Okay. I can...
Detached. Good word, T-Corn. Good word. Detached.
Detached? He's become detached?
He's very detached right now.
Okay. I know Tremor has made some efforts to try and reach out to you through the year, just to like remain close with you, since you two are from the same, you're from the same plane, essentially. Would you have followed through with that, or would you have like kind of like distanced yourself a little bit because of your studies?
No, I mean, I would think naturally they would have started spending less and less time together as they both kind of locked themselves in their rooms. I could be wrong. Like, even if we like bumped into each other once in a while, I feel like that got less and less as time went on as we were making breakthroughs in our own individual studies. Gotcha.
So yeah, it's probably been quite a while since you two have seen each other, whether it be from choice or just from being busy at that point in time. So as you wake up and play with Risk and get ready to begin the day, you kind of hear a magical shift over in your meditation circle in the center of your main room. As you see, once again, a translucent Levin has appeared.
Headmaster.
Gideon, I apologize for disturbing you if you are about to get to work with your studies. How was your research into time going?
Well, it's going well. I would say I've made a couple breakthroughs the past few weeks, and it's a little overwhelming seeing things play out that haven't played out and not knowing exactly why and how they get to that point. But that's only recent, so I think I will be able to find the path that leads to that destination.
He nods. As I explained to you before you pursued this is a very... this is probably one of the more difficult arts of magic. Manipulating life like your friend Tremor does is probably a little more... There's a bit of nuance, a bit of art to it. What you are attempting is going to take all of your being. And, well, I understand you're trying to get a mastery of it. I do ask that you be cautious, as you are still a mortal man.
Gideon kind of just like looks up and to the left, like just in like one of those thinking, like mortal man, and he's just thinking about what mortality actually means, which leads him to thinking about the passing of time and wanting to slow it down. He's just thinking about that again. He's like,
so
yes.
He just fades out a little bit, kind of blanks out.
Literally. Yeah.
And he'll kind of break that thought as he like moves his head over to continue his thought. I did find the source that we were speaking of a source of very powerful chronomancy magic.
And where is it?
It is a bit away from the academy, but a place that you could perhaps travel to. It's as if the chronomancy, the time itself, is like a raw pool and source of energy. I knew I would find it eventually, and I must admit I held on to this information for a little bit until I thought you were ready. But I suppose you may be. He'll have a concerned expression on his face.
Well, I appreciate the faith, or half faith, you're putting in me, but yes, I think I'm ready. Is it in this plane?
He nods. Yes. However, that is not why I came to reach out to you, and perhaps that's something we can discuss later on. I need to see you and Tremor for something in my office.
Tremor? Huh. All right, yeah. That could be interesting.
He'll nod. Something that I believe that I would need some of my more talented students and to investigate and take care of.
Well, you really do have a lot of faith in me, huh?
He smiles. You've shown a lot of promise over this past year.
Well, when do you need me in your office, Levin?
Well, then he thinks back to the state that Tremor was in. How about an hour?
Really quick, when I meditate, how much do I get done, like, in an hour? Do I need 4 hours to really get something done?
So for, like, slumber, you can still sleep the 8 hours, or you can, like, just meditate for, like, you can go into a trance, essentially. But as far as your studying goes, like, if you're studying a book or a spell or things like that, what would normally take 4 hours for a book now takes 2 while you're studying in a trance.
Okay.
So essentially,
right. So an hour. So asking Gideon to wait around for an hour is literally just a giant waste of time for him, because it's not enough time to get something done. Okay.
Is he just like, is that the appearance that he has where he's just like an hour?
Yeah, like literally an hour. Now or 2 hours would have been better.
Yeah. He looks and he's like, you could probably get some food, maybe some breakfast in the meantime. Seeing your frustration, like your visible frustration.
No, it's fine, Headmaster. An hour, I'll be in your office. Maybe I'll just take a walk around the academy.
He'll nod. I'm also inviting a couple of other students that I believe will show promise, and I trust that you will be. And he'll just try to find the right words, the more diplomatic between the two of you.
I'm sure Tremor's grown.
Yeah.
Trevor opens the door. Hey, I'm good.
Covered in blood.
Yeah. He nods and he's like, he has, as have you. I'll see you in an hour.
Sounds good, Headmaster.
All right. So, Joe and Shane. There you guys are. So first off, before we begin, Joe, why don't you reintroduce yourself to the audience, as well as tell us a little bit about your character.
Hello, I'm Joefudge. Previously, I played Aldorus Thalarian. And the one who spoke like this.
There it is.
He is off doing his own work back at the old Arcane Academy. But now I am playing the character of Egg. He is a new race, home to Io. He is a Greco. For you, Shane, as you're in the room, He is a little shorter than a person, probably like the size of a dwarf, and he's scaled as it goes up. His eyes are bulbous and kind of take up most of the side of his head, and the pupils don't seem to kind of follow straight forward. One of the pupils would occasionally look at you, whilst the other one's looking forward at the statue that he's occasionally picking at. And then when he sees you looking over, it quickly shoots forward again before like slowly lying back and watching you. His skin is like scaled with different greens and purples and blues, multicolored, kind of just scales all across him, almost like a chameleon. He wears kind of shaggy robes. He doesn't mind getting dirty. You can see there's a couple of holes here and there where maybe his sword, which is on his back, has cut into it. He has kind of an estoc looking sword, rapier on his back, and poking out of one of his little dodgy brown pockets is a ink black, tiny little, what seems to be like a person. It is I believe it's pronounced Shaynehawke. It's got like frizzy little ink hair that kind of goes along with it. It's a humanoid, but very tiny, about 6 inches big, and has a little mask on its face. It's peeking out of the pocket, just watching around the room. You'd see as Egg kind of is just trailing a finger down the statue and looking at the dirt, and then just kind of putting it in his pocket and kind of keeping it, and then just doing it again and again over and over.
Shane, your character witnessed this. Why don't you tell the chat, introduce yourself, and tell us a little bit about your character?
Hi, I'm Shaynehawke, friend to all. I just thought I'd give myself like a title.
Friend to all. I love it.
And I'm gonna be playing this boy named Zahani. He is a changeling, so this is just the form that he looks like right now. It may be different next week, you never know. For the most part, seeing this lizard thing doing the things he's doing, you notice he's more weirded out than a normal person would be, for reasons that he isn't used to other people or even other creatures being around him. He was very by himself for almost all of his life. So he's going to be standing back here sort of eyeballing this thing.
If he's doing that, Egg's gonna step around here and can I do a stealth roll to sneakily crawl across the wall?
Yes,
try
you
and
can.
see if I can across
Oh
them?
no.
Yes, you can. Yep. Grecos have the ability to climb the same as their movement speed. So you kind of like stick your little appendages up on the hand, and then you begin to like crawl across the wall a little bit. And I'll let you like walk over here. Yeah.
Crawl around as much as he can, as quiet as possible, and then drop down beside him. Where's your character looking?
I'm looking over to where you were. Did you drop audibly?
I mean, as silently as he can.
How can I?
What's your passive perception?
Passive perception is only 14.
You would not hear him as he would then creep behind you.
His head just like slowly leans over your shoulder. What is he looking at?
And I stumble back. I'm on my ass right now. Please do not hurt me.
Wait, what do you mean? He's not gonna hurt you.
You are Snake.
Wait, am I? Oh,
You're
don't be
covered in
playing, man.
scale.
Yeah?
Are you going to eat me?
I don't know. Wait a minute. Is that why we be brought to the office? I thought we was in trouble.
I mean, I was just told to come here.
Oh yeah, me too. But I thought it's because I stole something. Wait, don't tell him that though.
Don't tell him that?
No, of course not. I do. We don't want to get kicked out.
Oh, yes. So you're not going to eat me?
Well, I don't think so. Me not really into that, you know. So.
Okay. Zahani, and I point to myself and then hold my hand up to you. Name for you, please?
Oh, yeah, my name's Egg, or Eggo for short. Whatever you want to call me, I don't mind. You know, I can take anything.
Egg?
Yeah, Egg. You know, like egg.
Like little, and my fingers are like the length of an actual egg. Like egg?
I mean, if me is far away and you're trying to measure me there, then yeah, I'd be that big. But up close
I'm
and
actually
personal,
gonna
I think
stand
it's-
back and do that.
Yeah,
Egg.
see, like egg like that, yeah. Well, me had a big family, you know, so like I think I was the 20th born, so like me parents ran out of names. But
20?
Ego, if you prefer. I think me can't count very well, you know.
Okay. So why are we here?
But I don't think we is a thing, you know. Like maybe you was here for a different reason. Me got caught. Me gonna have to hold up to it. Me stole some things, but it don't matter because there's
I
plenty of things to
didn't.
steal.
I did not steal though.
Yeah, but maybe you was coming here because you was getting commended or something. You look like a fine chap.
Commended.
Yeah.
I do not understand commended.
He's like when someone goes, "Wow, you've done good today." But for
I
me,
done good.
well, I don't know. I don't look. All I know is that me got told to come here. Me is here. Me is a little nervous, you know. Go with Jumpy. Me meet Zahani. Me introduce myself as Egg. Me go back in circles.
And Zahani done good.
Is that?
I sit down with a smile on my face.
Yeah, I mean, don't quote me on that. Me don't know really, but you know. So anyway, you do magic?
I think sometimes. Not good at making magic happen though.
What do you mean?
Sometimes it does things, other times it does other things.
You want to do a spell now? Like, I don't know, like, is it that statue? We say it was broken when we got it. It won't be a problem. I just want to see.
But it is not broken when we got here.
Yeah, but that's why we make that up.
We tell them broken when we got here, but we break it.
You is knowing what I was thinking. We should do it. Okay, you do a little bit magic, I'll do a little bit magic, we mix it in together.
Okay. I'm gonna... Oh god. I'm gonna point my Wand of Wonder to it and
Okay.
just let it go.
All right. Do me a favor. Perfect. Okay. Hold on. Let me actually get this out.
God.
So you have done the following. As he points at which statue are you aiming at?
The one that Egg is next to.
Okay. As you see him pull out Egg, you see him pull up this extravagant like wand of some kind, something that you've never seen before. Probably something that'd be just perfect for the pile. He points it forward as you see this like glowing sparks of fire begins to erupt around the wand. And then a sort of like creeping green gas just slowly begins to permeate towards the statue.
And take a step back for sure. Who's that?
So the following happens. You start to smell a smell that is that is beginning to water both of your eyes at this point in time.
What is
need
that?
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay.
All right, there it is. Oh god, that would affect you too, wouldn't it, Zahani? Oh no. What's
Yeah.
your DC, Zahani?
It would be... Hold on. 15.
Okay, so the both of you just smell the smell that you will remember for the rest of your life. You begin retching and reeling this awful smell. And you are considered poisoned while you're in this this stinking cloud.
As soon as he can, Egg's gonna try and walk out of the cloud, and go as south as possible.
I mean, I guess I will too.
Yeah.
Is that like a wand of flatulence? What did you do?
It did not break! I told you!
I thought you were gonna do something a bit like, fire or something. Not that of fire.
Sometime fire is there.
As this visible cloud of stink just kind of hovers over there.
Look, we's got to clean that up somehow, because we's gonna get in trouble for that. It's
I
much
don't-
worse than I thought.
How do I clean this?
I don't know. Can you do like wand of water?
After about 6 seconds, because you are not maintaining your concentration with the wand, the smoke just clears. It dissipates at that point in time.
Okay.
Did you do that?
Yeah, sure.
Wow, you are powerful.
Yeah, thank you. It's just natural for me,
I'm gonna walk over and try to smell.
Oh yeah, it smells nice and clean at this point in time. It doesn't smell stink at all. Zahani, why don't you explain why you have decided to come to the Astral Academy? Like, what brought you to the school?
Oh, me. I don't
Yeah.
know why I thought Zahani was Egg for a second.
I love it.
Zahani was basically, as a changeling, looked weirdly at, basically since the beginning, raised in very awful conditions, practically forced like on his own. He sort of gained a sense of magic out of desperation just to survive. He doesn't know where it came from or how it came to be, but it's very survival based, trying to make it during all of this. And he was found as sort of this being who could use magic even though he doesn't exactly know how he's doing it.
Mm-hmm.
It's all survival instinct, and that intrigued some people, I guess you could say, and he was brought here.
Okay. All right. That sounds good. And Egg, what has brought you to the Astral Academy?
Egg is looking to become a master of his sword. He's a blade singer. His culture demands that the first thing they pick up in his majestic pile is the thing that they have to become a professional at or a master at for the course of their life. And in his case, he picked up a sword. So he's come here to learn how to be a better wizard.
Okay. So the next question that I have is actually going to be for Tremor and Gideon. Well, I guess no, let me ask Tremor first. Criken, you were instructed to arrive in the office at an hour. Would you have done so or no? Like would you have would you be like on time or would you be like late, would you say, with Tremor?
I think he would be on time or within like minutes late,
Mm-hmm.
kind of rushing there because he respects Levin and he doesn't want to keep him waiting.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Then I will say, Gideon. Let me go ahead and pull your character out. You will probably be the first to arrive here. There we go. Go and bring you out here. So yeah, Gideon, you kind of arrive within the waiting area of the office. Since you are a chronomancer and a master of time, you have a fine-tuned point of like, I was told an hour, I will be here in an hour. I know exactly what I need to do to get here to the second of when I'm expected to be, because you've attuned yourself with time so much.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm down. So yeah, you arrive sort of in this lobby, and as you walk in, you notice a chameleon-looking folk, a Greco, and this young lad over here.
Does Gideon perceive that the chameleon-looking folk, like, does he look young? Can they look young?
Egg, would you like to kind of describe youth-wise how you look?
Yeah, I would say like, you get those pictures of like cute little lizards. It's almost like if one of those was grown up. So it is like, I don't know if you'd be able to perceive age necessarily, but it does look very kind of like big eyes, bulbous eyes that kind of make him look a little childish.
Okay, gotcha. First years?
Zahani!
No. Egg. Or Eggo for short.
Gideon. Wait, Ego for short.
Yeah, you know it.
It takes more time to say Ego than egg.
Not for me, it don't.
No, I mean, I just heard you. It literally takes you more time to say Ego. Oh,
Wait.
no, please. Wait, did Headmaster ask you to come here?
This
is you
statue
getting in
was
trouble
broken
too?
when we got.
I don't know this guy.
Oh, no. Gideon hangs his head. What is he thinking?
He's gonna push his hand down into his pocket and then lift out his familiar and put him on his shoulder. He's like a tiny little ink man that sits on his shoulder, like kicking his legs.
Wait, a little ink man?
I can show you guys the sketch image I have of it. It's called I believe it's called Shaywinga or Shaywinger. I can't remember how to pronounce it, but it's this guy. Put it in our thingy chat.
And I'll add it. I'll turn it into a token
Oh, wow. That's very cool.
so everyone can
Whoa.
see it. Let me go.
Um,
Actually, I can just do this. Hold up. Anyways, yeah, continue while you go ahead and put that on there.
Hello, so yeah, you know, I think that we're all in trouble. We're probably gonna get expelled, so you know.
Well,
Better think
I
where we're
wasn't
going.
brought here because I'm in trouble.
You see this little thing over on Egg's shoulder, just kind of like hanging out, dangling its little feet.
Egg,
Hello?
what is that?
Oh, I heard people had a familiar, so me and this fella made friends. Oh, this is Jean-Claude Johnson. Jean-Claude Johnson, meet Gideon.
Is there a quicker way to say that name?
No, you have to say his full name. He likes that.
Could you repeat it one more time?
Yeah, Jean-Claude Johnson. You know, because he's like a little person. You know, like he's like a little human.
Oh no. My name is Gideon. I'm sorry. What was your name?
Zahani.
Sahani.
Yes.
So you guys were asked to come here as well.
Yes, I did not steal anything though.
Why would anyone think you stole something? That sounds like something someone who stole something would say.
I my eyes dart over to Egg. I do not know.
He's gonna wink, but his eyes massive and his eyelids going sideways.
So odd, like the most obvious wink in the world.
You hear like an actual audible wink from
Yeah, it's
Egg.
it's almost like they all.
Oh.
I love him.
When I don't know if the headmaster has ever asked Gideon to come. Does he always come fetch me from the lobby? Is that what's to be expected, or are we supposed to head up to his office?
You'll be fetched. Yeah, he'll
Okay.
he'll typically come up and invite you into his office once he's finished. At that
Okay.
point in time. So while you continue to speak, you'll see a rushing in Tremor who is like, I think you're just like running in at this point. Tremor, clothes as disheveled as ever. And yeah, what do you do, Tremor?
I think he'll rush in. He'll like be fresh out of the bath, so like maybe a little bit damp still.
His clothes like stuck to him.
Yeah, and he'll like kind of look around the room and try to get just an initial impression on everyone.
Oh, so you're like
I think
over here, just so you know.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't know which direction it came from.
No, you're good. You're good.
He'd see Gideon first, and he'd kind of rush over and offer his hand. Gideon, it's been a while.
Tremor, and he'll definitely take your hand. It has, hasn't it?
His hand is just covered in electrical scars, and
I was afraid you were gonna say blood. I was like, oh god.
no. He washed the blood off.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, it looks like you continued experimenting, huh?
Yeah, look what I made. And he pulls out Otto. It's got a knife for a leg.
That, and I think Risk runs off of my shoulders and between my legs. Like,
Otto's waving his dagger foot at you.
is Otto, is he all right?
Yeah, no, he's fine. He can't feel pain. He puts him back.
Well,
Who are these two?
I think they're first years, but I have
Hello?
a bad feeling. Did Headmaster tell you that he was recruiting other students as well?
Something like that. He's gonna walk up to Egg. Hello there. Tell me,
Hello.
are you cold-blooded or hot-blooded?
That's actually a good question. Me don't really know, because sometimes me gets a little cold sometimes, and but
You wanna
me
find out? And he holds up Otto's leg.
Like Otto's foot.
Would you mean like cut me open?
I'm just, if you want to find out, I can tell you.
He's not that desperate. On his shoulder, by the way, John-Claude Johnson is like, he's got his little spear and he's just shaking it in the air like a Tuscan Raider, like ready to fight. I's not that curious, It doesn't really it's not going to really affect me if I know or not. But, what happened to your little guy?
Oh, I did this to him
Why'd you do that?
so he can fight better.
Why didn't you do it to an hand? He's going to fall over.
I don't know. I did that last week.
Oh, you changing it up?
Yeah,
It's okay. Okay. Nice to meet you. He puts a hand out down to Otto.
Otto reaches for it with his double hand.
Is you a student too?
Yeah.
Oh.
He's
No, I
talking
meant
to
in.
Otto.
Oh. He's gonna be like kind of taken aback. He didn't expect that. No, he's not. No, he's mine.
Oh.
Otto goes. "Ugh." And he can
Oh.
grasp your hand with his double hand.
Oh, thank you, mister. Well, hello. What are you doing here? You in trouble too? Man, what do we all do? We're gonna get in so much trouble.
No, I don't really get in trouble. He's gonna
Who's that?
wander off without saying goodbye. Say hi to the other one.
When you approach me, I'm gonna see this very pale figure with white hair, just like me, and just say, "You are like Zahani."
He's gonna look down on himself. Yeah, something like that. What is
you-
Zahani like?
Zahani did good.
Did you? Is that why you're here?
Yes,
What did you do?
nothing to the statue, and
He's gonna
did
look over
not
at the
take
statue.
anything.
He's gonna kind of walk around. He's gonna inspect it. Can I roll for that?
Yeah, you can make an. How are you doing a normal inspection or a magical inspection?
I think it'd be normal initially.
Okay. Yeah, just do a normal. You can make an investigation roll.
Did that go through?
It didn't appear to. What'd you roll?
All right. I'm on a new browser, so I rolled a 3 + 7, so just 10.
10. Okay. You kind of look over at the castle or the castle. Jeez, you look over the statue, and as you lean close, it kind of has like a coppery smell to it, even though it seems stone. But that's about it. Nothing out of the ordinary.
As he's inspecting it, I'm gonna look over to Egg and try to imitate his wink that he did, but it's not making noise, so I just keep trying over and over again until it.
Eyes just twitching.
Yeah.
Is your eye doing a
essentially.
sideways blink because you're changing?
I'm trying to. Oh my! I changed my eye into your eye.
Oh.
You see his eye literally bulge out like a giant chameleon's eye, and then it gives the audible blink at that point.
Ugh. I think Trevor will hear that and look over and, ugh. Huh. And
do
then
you
he
mean,
immediately comes back fascinated. He's like, gets all in your face. What are you? Are you one of him? And he points at the lizard.
I could be.
Huh. He's gonna Oh, no, I'm not gonna do that.
Maybe. So meanwhile in the office, Brizzy, the headmaster will he'll continue to be on his desk meditating a little bit and also working, and then he'll look up and without even checking, he'll say, I believe they've all arrived. would you like to go out and introduce yourself to them? I just have a little bit more work to do. Over to you, Duckazon. And what would you do at that point?
If you wish,
Hold on.
I'll head whatever direction.
Okay. You would at this point in time, if you go over to the left of the map, I think you would descend down the stairs at this point, and you're able to walk through this hallway over to the waiting lobby.
Ah. Yes. I walk in and look around.
I still just have one chameleon. I have not changed it back.
Hello.
Greetings. Are you my team?
Team.
Look, did we get in trouble?
I believe you are my team to help investigate the gravitational anomaly in the village of Gen.
What?
We're just here to see the
Meg.
headmaster.
Yes. Sounds about right then. I am Duckazon.
Ducky?
Duckazon.
I cannot
Idiot.
say it. It is difficult.
Gideon, it's nice to meet you, Duckazon.
I'm Egg. Eggo for short.
Zahani. And as I raise my hand to sort of point to myself, I realize I feel my eye, and I push it back down.
Oh, I love it though, but
I do not seem phased by the eye.
Tremor will say tremor and take kind of a sarcastic deep bow.
like a curtsy.
Egg.
Like like a really deep bow with like the leg behind him, full
Yeah.
on, like, I don't know.
Yeah, over exaggerate respect. Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about.
I just nod to each of you and repeat each of your names.
So, what do you mean by team? Like sports?
Perhaps Levin should explain himself. Follow me.
Okay.
I am following.
And I'll head into the office.
Egg, we are not in trouble.
What the?
You speak so soon.
All
Tremor
right.
would stick with Gideon by his side.
Do you two discuss or talk at all while you're walking over? Or no.
I don't think so. Just
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think so either. It's just like this weird sense of familiarity, but also change.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So at that
I don't
point,
know how I turned my token mirrored.
oh, I did it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Cool.
sometimes I'll just go around and be like, "Oh, you're looking that way now," and I'll just switch it
Yeah,
around.
I was like, whoa, how did it know?
Like it knew on its own. You'll enter what appears to be a place that you've been quite some time, a few times. Gideon and Tremor. Meanwhile, Egg and Zahani. This is kind of like your first time that you've been here in what appears to be this like elegant office with variety of statues, as well as what is Tremor doing over there? Variety of statues, carpets, bookshelves, and the like. You'll see what appears to be up there a small scrying orb of pure magical power. And up on the stairs, you will see Levin, who's just kind of like looking down, writing something to himself. At that point, you're all free to control your characters. What do you all do first?
I'm going to be walking straight up
Okay.
as soon as I can and say, "Is Zahani in trouble?"
He'll look up and goes, "Oh, everybody's here," and he'll nod to Dakazan. "Thank you."
Brett, is there anything loose around the statue or on the statue?
Go ahead and do a sleight of hand check.
I knew it. I was like walking
my
behind him, waiting for him to do something. Like, said it as soon as I walked past.
So as you look around, you kind of like feel around the statue, or like you're almost like copying a feel, and there's like nothing seems to be loose on it. At one point in time, though, would you like scale up the statue a little bit with your appendages just to see if there's anything loose? Like how far do you go? Okay,
Only enough that I won't probably be caught. You know,
not obvious. Yeah. You kind of like look around as everyone's moving forward, and you scribble up. You kind of like crawl up the statue a little bit with your sticky appendages. And as you jiggle the wings, like the feather wings around, you notice that the one feather here, that's kind of like in the corner of the wing, feels a little loose.
Can I try and yank it free?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a strength check.
Oh no. Okay. It's okay.
Yeah, as you begin to like shake it a little bit, it gets looser, kind of like when you're like smaller and you have like a loose tooth and you're trying to like pull it out. That's what you begin doing, as you're like wiggling this little piece of feather until you yoink it. You fall back a little bit, but your feet are still stuck to the statue. And yeah, you have a piece of a statue wing that's kind of like, I'd say maybe the size of your torso, but fairly light.
Whoa.
He almost like routine, he hands it to John-Claude Johnson, who takes it and just rushes straight into the pocket and hides it.
And then, yeah, you're able to just climb down and continue moving. All that happens in the span of 6 seconds.
Ooh, fancy place.
Oh, everybody's here. He looks over to you, Zahani. No, you're not in trouble. Come closer, please. I haven't actually had the chance to meet you yet.
Oh, okay. Zahani.
Yes, I know who you are. Your teachers tell me you show a lot of great promise.
I've made a promise?
No, you show potential.
Okay.
Shrugs. And how are you doing in your classes?
I'm trying. Sometimes I don't still do things that I need to. I don't know how to say it.
Oh.
Try to do some things and nothing happens, or other things happen.
You'll find the words. He'll smile at you.
Find the words.
He'll nod.
Okay. I'm not in trouble, though. Zahani did good.
He shakes his head. Zahani did good. And I believe Zahani will continue to do good. A great good.
Zahani do great good. I say that to myself a few times as I walk back.
Ah! Tremor! Gideon. He'll kind of get off from his table and like motion you all over. Levin will actually, as he's discovered as a sign of affection, will head over and give Gideon a hug and Tremor a hug, like a double pat on the back hug.
It's good to see you, Headmaster.
You too as well. How was your studies going?
Good.
He'll look over and give you a nod and says, well, good. And then he, at that point, will move over to Gideon as well and pat you on the shoulder. Says, I sense that you've been doing great things. I trust in you.
Yes, lots of progress.
He'll continue to do so after this. He'll kind of like squeeze by you and he'll go over to Egg. And you.
Yeah, what? Sorry, yeah.
Egg, correct?
Yeah, or Eggo for short. Whatever you want to call me, Mr. Levin.
Eggo for short. Very well then. He'll offer a hand to you.
Okay.
We did not get a hug.
Oh. He'll kind of like pat your shoulder and he says, maybe on the second meeting?
Second meeting.
Hmm.
Okay.
Not. He will turn over to Ego and hold out his hand and be like,
Takes the hand.
yeah. And as you take the hand, he shakes it a little bit and he said, I meant, can I have the feather back? And he'll motion over to the statue.
It was. See, the thing is, like, if this.
It was
I found
broken when we found it.
Yes. I was actually I was going to fix it for you later, but here you go. He takes it out and he hands it back to him. Like,
He'll nod and you'll just see him. He'll just hold on to it as he just walks over up here and places it on the table. Rolling a natural 20 on that perception. So he just,
oh
God.
He'll put it back. He'll walk over and he says, where you're going, I'm sure you'll find plenty of other things for your pile, was it?
Yeah, the mighty pile.
He'll nod. I hear you've done well. You've been training well with the sword.
Yeah, it's getting okay, I guess. I mean, like, I could be better, I think. But, like, I don't get scrapes and scraps anymore. And
That's
he's
good.
getting into the proper good, like, motions. Yeah.
That's good. You two have been showing great potential, and yet still remain humble.
Oh, no, stop it. You were showing great potential, like, as an headmaster and all that. You're doing a good job.
Oh, well,
I don't have any experience, like, anywhere else, but he thinks you seem good for it.
you have my thanks. And he'll nod towards you. He'll smile a little bit before looking over to Duckazon. And then his smile kind of fades into a sort of like serious expression and a light frown. Before he let out a giant sigh and go over to his desk. All right, come up here and we'll have a talk. Duckazon, how is your expression typically? Or does it remain neutral, would you say?
Very blank throughout these exchanges. There's been a bit of impatience on the face.
Yeah, that's fair. That's entirely fair. And that's I think maybe he saw that when he looked over to you, like you're just.
Yeah, the eyebrows were a little raised when he turned.
Is it an expression that says we don't have all day for this, would you say?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there it is. So he'll motion everybody over. And the first thing he'll do is look over to Gideon and Tremor. So you remember when you first arrived here, how I said your space baby has been around, hasn't really left much. We are seeing increased activities and beginning to theorize that it may be closer than we've realized, than we think.
I didn't want to bring it up unprompted, but I've been hearing it in my dreams lately.
I'm glad it's not just me.
He'll look over to the two of you, and his face just sours. And he'll look over to yeah, you guys don't. Yeah, you guys haven't heard the cry. You two have been sleeping like peacefully the entire time.
I've had dreams too.
If you want, like, we can swap bedrooms if you like. I sleep through the night easy.
Who are these two, Levin? Three?
Well,
I think Tremor thinks she's a teacher, so
yeah, she has the demeanor of one. He'll introduce Duckazon first and be like, "This is Duckazon. She is over at an order simply called the Spire. She has a mastery over graviturgy and gravity magic. I have recruited her so that we may study the best way to describe it, the gravity patterns of Cosmicara, also known as your space baby. These two here are some of our finest students who have shown great promise over these past few months of being here, to the point where I've actually been thinking about moving them up a couple of years. They're definitely
Really?
more capable than first years. He'll nod. Yes.
Oh. Like physically aging us, because me don't want to grow old.
Oh, we'll keep your age the same.
Oh, cool.
You'll just simply move up within the class as if you were given more challenging assignments, as well as continue to enhance your study of the sword.
Wicked.
He'll nod. Indeed. He'll also look over to... hold on one second. He'll look over to Zahani as well. I think just kind of like see Zahani's response to potentially be moving up a class.
I don't even understand what that means.
Yeah,
I'm
so
just smiling at this point.
You
And
just
when you say my name, I wave to everybody.
Well, I was actually hoping that the two of you could take these students under your wing.
I'm
Headmaster.
just gonna like walk over and start inspecting them like a horse.
Egg's gonna face Levin, but his eyes are at the back of the his balls and just watching back at Tremor.
I call the weird one.
Aren't they
You want my
both
new
weird?
teacher?
Alright, I'm with you then, Gideon.
Wait, I thought he called the weird one.
Huh?
Yeah, this one. He's got a funky eye. Do the thing.
I bring out one of the eyes.
Oh,
So that
yeah.
I make it even bigger this time.
Whoa.
Okay, that is weird. All right, I guess I'm with Egg.
Alright, yeah, we're gonna be best buds, man.
I think I should tell you, new teacher, I blew up the classroom of my last teacher.
Do you that to Levin or Duckazon?
Or Tremor.
Or Tremor?
I
or
say
Tremor.
it to Tremor.
Oh, Tremor's new teacher. Got it.
Tremor will go, good.
So Levin, they're to be in our class, our year.
Well, your care, yes.
Cool.
You'll continue with your studies as before. I have a variety of different things that I can teach you, as always, as you seem to be getting a mastery over your necromancy and chronomancy. I was also hoping, and he kind of looks at Duckazon to realize he hasn't talked to her about this yet and is only dreading how she's going to respond. That Duckazon over here can teach you all a little bit about gravity magic. Duckazon, how do you respond to that?
Just an inhale of. I see.
Surely you wouldn't
Is
mind.
this an area of magic that interests you all?
I don't know what it means.
Yeah, I'm so excited to learn it, but what is gravity?
What is gravity?
Yes,
Yeah.
At all? You know nothing?
it's a word right now.
I mean, I'm testing you. I know all about it. Just making sure you know.
What is it, Egg? Maybe you could tell me then.
Look, we have to make sure she's capable first, you know?
Oh, yes, she's teacher.
Yeah.
It is the force that binds different objects and matter throughout the universe and how their densities affect how they're brought towards one another.
True.
True.
Levin will nod to you, Duckazon, and just be like, perhaps you can continue that and resume with the basics at a later time. I believe
Yes.
I believe these two could potentially pick up what you teach a little faster as well. Motioning over to Tremor and Gideon at this point.
Do you all have skills that could help with this mission in Gen?
What do you mean in
Areas of specialty?
Yes, I wanted to get to that next. You can tell that he has been hesitant this entire time to talk about this. Gideon and Tremor, can you guys give me some insight checks?
Sure. Oh wait, we're playing D&D Beyond. I'm dumb.
You got a 10.
Okay. Oh, is it because you're on a different browser?
Yeah,
Or
I'll
D&D
get it
Beyond?
fixed for next time, but yeah.
Oh, no worries, no worries. Okay. Gideon, you can tell that there is a little bit of there's hesitation in Levin, and it's not a little bit of fear. It's not necessarily a fear of something that might cause harm to him, but he feels to be fearful of harm that might cause to someone or somebody that he cares about. You can assume this would be you and Tremor.
Headmaster?
Oh. Yes. I suppose we should get down to the matter at hand. Well, as I mentioned to you before, when you first arrived, returned back here to the academy, that Cosma Kara, the space baby that Tremor so loves to call him, has been continuing to be about. Ever since your young friend, Eleonora, had the mark, this creature really hasn't left anywhere, but we haven't had any signs that they were active. Well, until now. Do you remember a year ago I sent you to gather some mushrooms for plane of travel? And there was a village that you went to with a cavern of memories, I believe you explained it as.
Yes, I do remember.
I don't remember any of this.
Mushrooms?
He'll turn to the two of you and say, oh, my apologies, this is for... And just kind of motion over to Trevor and Gideon.
Oh,
And then he's
okay.
like, but I will address the four of you now. Well, the village of Gen has recently been experiencing some gravity surges, as we've identified. These surges are typically present when we believe Cosma Kara is about to appear. It was something that you all apparently experienced when you faced off against Cosma Kara the first time. And now, I fear that this creature may be making a reappearance, although I'm uncertain. We have, and he stares at Duckison at this point, attempted to scry the city of Gen, see if we can perhaps gather some information from there. But unfortunately, there appears to be some sort of arcane block that's preventing us from scrying further. Takes a deep breath at this point, and that's why I need a capable team of experienced students, spellcasters, to investigate the area. And I was hoping I can inquire for you all to do that.
We'll find the team.
No. Be the team.
Okay.
Is that all Ike does? Just says, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, me in.
He'll nod.
And
then
Levin, you're sure this is the team that you want, right?
These are the most capable students we have here in the academy. Yes.
Gideon just nods and kind of furrows his brow a little bit, like, oh crap, what's happened to the school?
This is the Arcane Academy.
I've been in my room for way too long.
Could this boy be the best choice if he does not know what gravity is?
I know now. Gravity is binding cosmic.
Yeah.
He seems capable. And he'll look over at you, Dakazan, and will continue. Well, you will be there to scan on site. And these will be, in lack of a better word, your muscle while you do so. Also, these two, and I'll motion over Tremor and Gideon, have faced off against Cosma Kara before and have come out alive. Their experience even if limited, is the most experience we have on file against Cosmokara.
Yeah, we ran.
Gideon starts remembering how fast we were all running. Yes, we know
That's
exactly what to do
certainly-
when we see the space baby.
Wait. Can I
Your
ask, how
insight
big
would
is
be
this baby? So you go.
Your insight would certainly be appreciated. And you use the sword.
Yeah, me like the sword is like a vessel for me to channel me magics through. You get me?
Fascinating.
Yeah. Thank you.
And then, but yeah, he'll then look over to Tremor and just say, do you feel up for this?
It's been a while since I got out of the dorm room.
So do you feel up for this?
Oh yes, I realized that wasn't really an affirmative, just an observation.
It has been a while.
I've not had many interactions with people either, as you can probably tell.
Mr. Levin, how big is this baby we talking? Like, you stop my hands when I get to the size, like, and he's doing it slowly, stretching his hands out.
Levin will not respond.
Me don't have much room left.
Oh, I could do that, and I hold my arms out, except I keep stretching them as I expand my shape.
Levin will sigh and will not stop you.
Levin, I don't mean to call you stupid or anything, but that means that's an adult. Ain't no baby.
I do not
Trust me.
believe we have any evidence yet that it is actually an infant of any kind.
I've seen babies before, and this was a baby.
Perhaps in proportion, it bears resemblance to what you know of as a baby of your kind. Does not mean it is a baby itself.
Levin will nod at that assessment. I would say, compared to it, you all would be the babies.
I'm not a baby. I was gonna say, clearly offended.
I don't
Gideon
think I am.
chuckles and feels like that's old Tremor. And he feels like a little softer, like his shoulders are a little more relaxed.
He will look over to Zahani. And what?
I'm sorry.
No, I thought Zahani, like his gangling arms like hit the
arms-
wall.
Against the rafter.
And he'll look over to Zahani and just say, "It may be dangerous. You may be put into danger."
All I've lived is danger, so that's okay.
He'll nod and just say, "Well, I just want to make sure that you are prepared for that." He
As
will.
I can be.
At that point, you will notice the notes that he has been writing for the better part of an hour, Duck-a-zon, is actually a stone that he's placed on a piece of paper that is a scroll. And he has been inscribing a spell into it. As he then will walk over and hand you what appears to be a well-carved amethyst is the rock. Then he'll hand it to you. This stone has a spell of teleportation bound to it. If at any point you feel you are in a tremendous amount of danger, life-threatening, I want you to gather everybody and return back here. We don't need any needless lives lost today. Do you
How
understand?
long does it take to function?
I would say 6 seconds. Above board, 1 full round.
Very well.
But it is important that you have everyone around you when you cast the spell, so you don't accidentally leave anyone behind. Above board, make sure that everyone's within 5 feet of you. Do you
I
understand?
can do that. Yes.
And he'll look at everybody before he kind of like gets back to his chair. And like I said, Gideon, you'll notice that he just is everything he does, he's doing with like an air of hesitation, but he's pressing forward. He'll take a deep breath and say, "You all ready? I would request you depart now. We might not have much time left."
Okay.
Of course.
And with that, does everybody leave for the village of Gen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
I have to go and put my shoes on because Zahani has been barefoot this whole time.
He can't like shift shoes on his feet, like changeling shoes.
Turn into halfling feet.
Second. How's everybody enjoying the introduction session? I totally realized this is kind of like a session 0, which we usually do separately, combined with the session 1. But is everyone having fun so far?
Yeah.
It's been great.
Yeah, I love
I
everyone.
love the
here.
dynamic of everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super fun.
Good. I have to find
Tryhards and the weirdos.
I feel like it's like Guardians of the Galaxy, you know, like the main character is like, oh no, how do I reach these kids?
How do I reach these kids?
How do I teach these kids? Or oh, there. Just now, what I did. Perfect.
Yeah, we're the Guardians of the Galaxy, T-Corn.
Everybody is the guys of the galaxy. Nope, you're not there. All right, I'm getting you all loaded over to the next app. With Duckazon in the lead, you all will arrive uneventfully to a familiar city for the two of you, or a village rather. The village of Gen. Tremor and Gideon, you see the familiar sight of the Githyanki and the Githzari that live here. You remember that they were pretty friendly. Stuck in, they definitely were ingrained in the ways of having their memories be stored within a cavern that is over to the north, sealed with crystals. But you do notice within the air it is fairly quiet, even though the village itself was sort of out of the way and, like I mentioned before, silent. It feels far more quieter and a little more uncomfortable than usual.
Do I sense any shifting gravity from what I would expect here?
So as you begin to walk over, you don't notice it yet, but you all do kind of like get like a little bit of a light migraine, I would say. But you would recognize that Dekazan as a sort of like gravity shift.
We also had that happen last time we encountered the baby, right?
Yes, you do remember getting like migraines and headaches. Eleonora specifically was getting like an absolute pounding migraine, but it doesn't appear as painful as it was as she was experiencing it.
He's gonna look
Do
to
you
Gideon.
each feel an ache in your head as well?
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, me's been hurting for a little bit now.
This happened the last time we encountered the space baby as well.
Why did you put such emphasis on space?
I'm trying, I'm trying to get comfy in my voice again. I want
It
to
was
add.
beautiful. No, I loved it. It was so good.
I'm gonna add a little more,
Little spunk.
more edge to it. A little more
Yeah.
Love
spunk. Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah, it was your voice, but with a little more edge and spunk to it.
Duckazan, can I hold on to the crystal maybe? Like, just like keep it safe.
Just
Why?
like you were keeping that feather safe.
We found that on the ground, we just didn't want no one to tweet.
I can keep it safe.
Okay, if when you change your mind.
Yeah, I prefer it
Very
with the
well.
teacher.
As you begin to walk deeper within the village, you begin to feel your footsteps feel a little, just slightly heavier. And while it's an unusual sensation, Duckazon, this is something that you would be fully aware of as a gravitational shift that would be unnatural in an area. Anytime you would like to do a study or a sort of like focus or scry the area, you're free to do some Arcana checks to do so. Just let me know what you're doing.
I would definitely want to examine that effect in general as soon as I could.
Okay. Feel free to, you can begin to scry with an Arcana check.
Okay.
Nice.
Damn.
With that roll, you can tell that this is definitely an unnatural phenomenon that is happening within this location. That this is not a natural shift of the veil of the ebb and flow, that this is something that has been forced upon this area.
It's an increase, right? We're heavier?
Yes. With a 27 as well, as you were kind of focusing on Arcana, focusing on the gravity, I will say with the 27 as well, you sense a tinge of illusion magic within the area as well.
I will walk forward.
Okay.
Whilst we're walking, can I also? I think Egg's gonna take a moment to take out a cure piece of leather, weave around it, and then cast Mage Armor. Whilst everyone's doing things.
Yeah, as a armor of force manifests itself around you.
As your muscle, by the way, so it's gonna keep on you. Make sure you keep safe. That's what the Mr. Levin said.
Mm-hmm. You will also have been instructed, Duckazon, of everyone's school of magic, and you are aware that Zahani follows the school of illusion.
Zahani, your expertise is in illusions, yes?
I don't know the word, but I make things that aren't there.
Can you detect such things as well?
Can I?
You can attempt to do so.
Okay,
So you feel like the words scramble in your mind a little bit, but you feel like since you can, this is a weird description, but let me know if this sounds right with your mind. It's almost as if you've had a eureka moment at this point in time, where you're just like, if I could make things appear that aren't actually real, wouldn't that mean I would also know if things weren't real?
Okay, yeah, that is what he would be feeling.
Yeah.
He would be able to sense if something isn't actually there.
Exactly. So you just kind of like you find, so yeah, you have this eureka moment that, hey, maybe I can do that. Like you just realized that just now. So what do you do? Do you say anything or?
I'll walk up towards the front and just sort of focus on everything around that I can. See if I notice anything out of the ordinary.
Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Okay. 18. Yum.
With an 18, you can sense that there is strong illusion magic within the area. And while you cannot do anything with that yet, if you spend another round of focus, I will allow you another Arcana check at advantage.
Oh. How do you do advantage on D&D Beyond?
If you shift-click your skill, it will roll advantage and roll 20.
Oh, cool. Okay, then I'm just going to say, after the first one, I'm just going to say, there's something here that's not right. I need just one more moment, okay?
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh my
God. During that round, is anyone else doing anything?
Yeah, I'd be scanning the location, make sure we're kind of safe. No one's creeping up on us.
Okay. You can go ahead and make a perception check. And as a Greco, you make perception checks at advantage because your eyes are like going all over the place.
Oh, I didn't do it. There you go. So
You're good.
14.
Okay. So you kind of
Trimmer
like,
would.
yeah, continue. Sorry.
Oh no, sorry, I didn't know you're answering.
No,
the
no, no, no.
perception.
Please continue.
Trimmer would also cast Mage Armor after seeing Greco the egg do it.
Okay.
And I had the mastery version of Mage Armor, I think. Does it visually look any different than his? But also, I know he's a different class, right? So
Right. So,
Just curious if it-
yeah, I mean, I
different.
would say it would visually look more present. Probably would actually have like visible magic sigils all over it, as if you were wearing like a finer piece of armor.
okay, he would kind of be a dick about that to Egg.
What, he's gonna show off?
He's just gonna kind of like look like sidelong, like like move his hair out of the way, like yeah, whatever. Mine's got runes on it.
Hey, you should have done that for me.
Stick around, maybe I'll teach you.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, you got Gideon as your mentor. Never mind.
Oh.
If I hear that, I would cast Mage Armor as well. And just like, it's been so long since I've had to use this. Does it work? It's fine. I don't think it looks as flashy because I would want like his Mage Armor to, if possible, be more like the common man that he is.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say with the mastery of Mage Armor, you can kind of like change the force appearance of your armor. So for Tremor, he would obviously make it as flashy as possible to let everyone know that he's the man. And yeah, you would kind of have yours look, I would almost say like as closely similar, if not exactly like a normal Mage Armor spell.
Cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So 3 people with Mage Armor, and all right. So
perception check.
yes, you can go and do a perception check if you'd like, or you can make another
Oh,
Arcana check.
I just meant for the one that
Oh
was
yeah,
rolled
the
before.
14.
The 14. You don't see anything out of the ordinary.
Coast is clear.
I would just keep
Yakazan.
walking forward,
Okay.
searching for someone to talk to.
Okay. You can go ahead and move up to 30 feet if you'd like. You would see a fellow Gith over here, who's just kind of like walking around.
Greetings.
As you say greetings, her back is faced over to you, and she doesn't seem to acknowledge you.
Can you hear me?
She doesn't make any
I will-
acknowledgement.
Walk around to their face.
Oh,
what
wait, did
the
we
nat
ever go
20
over what
Arcana
Zahani
do?
got with the nat 20?
Yeah, I forgot.
That is about to go off here as
Oh, boy.
you look
I'm
over.
sitting there focusing.
Yeah, as you look over to her face, you will see that her irises are blank, and her mouth is open agape. And she slowly creeps over to your face.
Creeps to my face?
Yeah, like it's just her head just like slowly like like if there was like a creaking sound in her head, like in her neck, you would hear like like it literally is just like a slow creak over to your face. And as you visibly see this, Zahani, your successful Arcana of 24 goes off. With that, you are able to dismiss the illusion in the area. Do you do so?
Yes.
Oh, I got goosebumps.
As you visibly see her unnaturally at that point in time, I almost imagine, I don't want to put words in anyone's mouth, but I almost imagine like Zahani's like, oh, I got this, you know, like you're just like, oh, what does this do? Like, what does this button do? And you just immediately, at that point in time, dismiss the illusion. And at that point, almost in your horror, you see her begin to change form as this sort of like handful bundle of thin tentacles begin to creep around her mouth. And the area around you, it is not only is she affected, but the area entirely around you just kind of like mutes itself in color. Tremor, you will notice at that point actual veins pulsating on the ground as you see blood begin to flow around. Sacks of web seems to be creeping all over. And as you begin to look around, you see what I can only describe as the spectral umbilical cords, like going up into the air as magic is trailing up. This creature you have never seen before. Duck is on. None of you have. And I need you all to roll initiative as this creature immediately goes in for the attack.
Bad.
Here we go. Oh, I didn't click on my token. I'm in here.
I didn't
Make
click
sure,
on my token
yeah,
either.
make sure you click on your token.
So Brett,
Yes.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
My character says that I can add my intelligence modifier.
To your
So do I.
initiative roll. That should already be added to your character sheet. So it should already include your intelligence
But
modifier.
then why is my initiative lower than my intelligence modifier?
Why is your initiative lower than your intelligence modifier? What's your intelligence modifier?
It is 6.
What is your your intelligence modifier 6?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jesus.
We'll have to look into that and figure out why that is, because it should be like yeah. So what does it say your initiative is?
It says my initiative is +5, which seems high.
Yes, but that's not the entirety of it. Okay. And what's your dexterity modifier?
Oh wait, nope, never mind. Ignore. No wait, hold on. My modifier wouldn't. I'm sorry, I was looking at the wrong thing. My modifier. Oh no, my modifier is +6. Yeah, it's +6
For initiative, right? Let me see what's going
No,
on.
no, +5 is my initiative, like it says in Roll20 next to it.
Mm-hmm.
But then my intelligence modifier is +6.
You have 22 intelligence?
No. +3.
Okay.
It's already included.
Okay.
I
Never
was
mind.
like,
It's been
I
a
don't
long
remember
time,
ever
guys,
giving
since I
you
used D&D, I'm
22,
sorry.
but okay. But all right. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was
Yeah.
looking at my saving throws.
It's
like
adding
a fool.
correctly. Yep. The +2 dex, +3 initiative, +5. Yep.
Yep.
You're good. I was worried for a second.
I'm in the middle of trying to add this extension back on. I'm on a new computer, that's why it wasn't working. So is there a way I can roll on Roll20 without using D&D Beyond?
Yeah, we can do that for you. What is your initiative? Your dexterity?
It is a measly
Measly.
+2.
All right,
Measly
so-
+2.
So we'll say 14. Yeah, so go to your character sheet in Roll20. And just, yeah, you can roll it from there. So you go to your Roll20 sheet. You go over to character sheet, and then, yeah, just do the initiative roll. Click on initiative.
Sorry about that.
Did anything roll? There it is.
Nice.
There you are. All right. Big Cap's initiative. All right. The creature that you see before you is called a Cosma Flare.
Ooh.
Oh.
As soon as it's revealed, I'll open my eyes and I'll just say, I have found what is fake!
Yes.
All right. Let us begin the first battle of Astral Academy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Egg, it's your turn.
First of all, before we start, what's the ruling on the free action thing you usually do? Is it the Arcane check?
You all are able to make, and this is good news for Shane as well as Brizzy.
Yes.
You are all able to, as a one free action, make an Arcana check. And if you roll high enough, you can ask one question about the monster, and I will answer it for you. So you can ask things like, what is its hit points? What is its armor class? What is it resistant against? If you see a move that it does or misses, you can be like, hey, what did that move do? You'll get in the swing of things as you begin to do it, but you're able to do that once, and it counts as a free action. So, Egg, you want to
Ask
show
his health.
Yeah. All right, go for the Arcana check.
Never mind.
10 is not high enough to determine this creature's health. What do you do now?
He's gonna look around. Should I kill that thing? Before running forward 5, 10, 15, 20 feet. He's entering his blade song as he runs.
Okay.
Which is a bonus action. You can see him like, as he kind of draws his blade, he's kind of whirling, almost like a dance going towards the flare. And then, just double check haste before I cast it.
I love how your character was like, should I kill that thing? And then you just immediately dive in to kill that thing.
I think he's going to see it leaning in towards Duck and then be like, I was told I have to be the muscle. So he's kind of sprinting forward. He's gonna cast haste on himself at the same time. So you see, as he's running, not only is he drawing a sword, his hand goes into his little component pouch, and he brings out a little shaving of licorice root, pops it into his mouth. You see his kind of face scroll up as he runs forward, and suddenly like speeds up as he goes towards it.
I like it.
And because haste lets me take an extra attack.
Right.
And
You're able to take an additional attack action.
Blade Singer lets me do a cantrip in replace of one of my attacks. Can I do a cantrip now?
Yes, you can.
He's going to swing his sword and do Booming Blade.
Okay.
So I do the normal swing first. Does a 25 hit?
That hits.
Okay, so 11 points of piercing damage. I rolled the top row I could on that. And then Booming Blade. So 4 points of thunder damage straight up as the kind of lightning ripples down his sword as he stabs it into it. And then 2 if he moves, which is the lowest roll on that one, but it's okay. So just stabs it straight in. You see the lightning go down to the bottom of his feet. You could try and get away if you like. If he moves, he's getting the shock.
All right.
That's it.
Good first attack. Zahani, it's now your turn.
I have a question. How do I make a melee spell attack on Beyond?
It's just your it's just your spell attack. Yeah, you just do your spell attack on in your spell area.
There it is. I see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is my 30 feet? Okay, I can get close enough. I'm going to stand right here, rushing up. Did we find out if this thing is hostile?
I don't know. Stab it. Ask questions later.
Okay, I'm going to extend my hand out to it and just see a surge of lightning burst out and try a Mordove handshake.
Okay.
Huh? What?
Just so you know, the Mordove handshake is exclusively to Eleonora, so you would not be able to cast that spell.
Oh.
What?
Yes, that's an Eleonora spell that was homebrew in, so you would actually not know that
did
spell.
he just add random cantrips to his...
Yeah, just added cantrips, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, bud.
Yeah, I just saw a cantrip and I picked it.
Yeah, you can do Shocking Grasp. I believe that's a cantrip that you can cast instead.
And I'm gonna have to look it up and add it custom.
He learned that. He did not learn that, guys. I think he just saw the cantrip.
Yeah, I was told
that
to pick
sounds
spells,
cool.
but I was making a character and I was like, wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah, sorry, man.
Yeah, it is.
It was pretty good.
That's a good name for a spell if it actually convinces you to be able to spell.
I was gonna say, I like that it convinced you to be like, and now I'm gonna do Mordove handshake, and I'm like, what?
How do I'm gonna have to do a custom roll then.
Yeah, that's fine.
While I add it between turns.
Yeah.
It's 2d8.
Yep. So 19 does hit, and then yeah, you /roll 2d8. You deal 7 points of electric damage.
Okay. And that was one action. Now let me check something.
Oh, that would have been really cool if like
I just come up and do that.
no, like you were actually Eleonora this entire time. You're like, JK, I was a changeling.
Surprise. I guess that's all I'll do for now.
Okay. Duck is on. It's now your turn.
I don't know if this is something that I could figure out with my Arcana check, but is there a way for me to judge whether this thing would attack using strength or using magic?
Good question. Is it a physical fighter or is it magical? Is that what you're trying to figure out?
Essentially.
Yeah. Yeah, you can figure that out. You can go ahead and make the check now and see if that's what it is. To learn more about its fighting style. With a 13, however, that will not be high enough to figure out.
Alas, I'll try it anyways. I will take out an orb a little small crystal orb from a pouch on my belt. Inside, it looks like it has a tiny galaxies inside. It's very dark and starry. I will hold it out, and with my right hand, I will point it open, palm down, and slowly press down as if on some invisible resistant button, and adjust the density of this being to make their weight doubled.
Ooh.
That's so cool.
So that their speed is
Slower?
reduced by 10, and they have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws.
Oh, cool. It's like a pro and con thing. That's
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that. That's really neat.
So
yeah.
I will yell that he is slowed but extra strong, and I will misty step 30 feet.
Good luck. Goodbye.
I love it. I love it. Holy
If I could
shit.
misty step here, that would be grand.
All right, yeah, feel free. And then- it's pretty strong now.
Slow.
I have made him denser. Goodbye.
All right. So using your graviturgy, you do that, and Egg and Zahani, you kind of feel like the gravity close by begin to shift, as if there was like a this sort of like orbit sinking in, almost like about to take you guys in, but you're able to hold your own. You will then hear as an egg will begin to creak and hatch,
Egg?
and another one comes out
Egg or an egg?
from an egg. Not
Tiny
Egg split in
me's
half.
crawled out of my head. Welcome to my character.
What's up? Just the second one.
Hello.
All right. As it does so, it will now look over to. Yeah, it'll fight. It'll fight Egg.
Okay. It has disadvantage on its attack rolls against me. If it does attack roll.
It will do an attack roll. Can you describe what happens to you when it tries to move in for the attack?
So, due to the cloak he's kind of got draped over his shoulder, it causes him to kind of shimmer a little bit, and there's like almost like a second egg right next to him. He's like, hello, and they kind of mimic each other. Almost like mirror image in a way, but it's a bit closer.
Okay.
It's kind of
So-
like a displacer beast.
So,
That's cool.
you will see unnaturally this creature lash forward, and as it does, the tentacles around its mouth stabs forward towards your direction. For a 15 to break your armor class.
Does not.
And
It's the wrong one.
It'll, at that point, just kind of like bounce off what appears to be like force of the image. And,
Uh-oh.
in response, this one's gonna walk over and go for the attack against Zahani. So Zahani, a 17. Does a 17 break your armor class?
Yeah.
So the tentacles will actually latch around like your face a little bit. Like you almost expect this thing to like impale you at one point. Like it's that moment of fear, but it just gives you a little brief touch around your face, as if it's a brief a brief like not a scratch, but like a stroke around your face. As a jolting pain of psychic energy begins to rack around your brain, dealing 16 points of psychic damage.
Uh-oh.
As its tendrils move back, you see a spectral form of the tendril still latch around your face. I need you to make an intelligence saving throw, please.
Oh no.
Okay. 18.
You kind of feel as if it's trying to sap away like your actual form, your physical being, but your brain and your mind is steadfast, and the spectral tendrils just kind of break away at that point in time. All right. Did Tremor and Gideon go? I don't know why you guys
No.
got skipped. Yeah, that's
No.
weird. Okay, so yeah, Tremor and Gideon, go ahead and go, and then you'll be going again immediately afterwards.
Okay. On Tremor's turn, he's gonna pull out a glowing flask,
Mhm.
and he's gonna hold it up, and he's gonna say, "All right, It's go time. We've done enough practicing. He's gonna uncork it, and you're gonna see this like gaseous, spectral form start to coalesce as he mutters words under his mouth, and it forms into the form of Ellie, and it's going to be a ghost form in this time because I get to pick the form, and I don't know if you have a token that I can use for it.
I do.
Okay, all right.
Just so you know, for this spell, it's always going to be the Ghost of Ellie.
Okay.
You will eventually learn.
So I can't use the other
not
undead
yet.
forms yet? Okay.
Yeah, not yet. 1 second. Trying to find where she is. There she is. As the spectral form of Ellie appears in front of you.
He's gonna look to her and sign, you ready?
She'll nod, and then she'll hold her hands out as you see this necrotic spectral force go around her hands. You know she's been itching for a fight for a while, making some progress.
So I point at the one over by Egg and give her a nod.
She'll nod, and you'll just see her kind of like float over in a spectral trace. And she will go in for the attack. I'm assuming you want her to attack.
Yeah.
Okay. She goes in for the Deathly Touch. Attacking with a 25, she's successful. Dealing
Nice.
11 points of necrotic damage.
And
just
he's
kinda
got to do a
sees
wisdom
things.
saving throw or he's afraid.
As it just begins to wither away from the necrotic energy. Still alive. How much damage was that? 11? Okay.
Yeah.
And then it's going to go ahead and see if it stays within the fray. With a 13, it is now frightened. I believe. Yep, it's frightened of the undead until the end of this next turn. Okay. So yeah, it becomes deathly afraid as it like leans back a little bit.
I'd also like to roll a Arcana check to see if I can determine the health of that one.
Yeah.
Oop. Am I doing the double roll bug? Okay,
No, it's just a single roll. You're good.
All right, 14.
It is still that is not high enough to determine. I do apologize.
Okay.
Gideon.
Yep, that's my turn.
Okay. Can I make an Arcana? Did I see the beast come out of the egg in the back of the house? Do I know that it was like
Yes,
hatched?
it did. Yes, he did.
Okay. So can I make an Arcana check to see if I destroy? Basically, I want to know, can I destroy this egg before something hatches out of it? The one that's closest to Ghost Ellie now.
Oh, I like it. Yeah. Yes, you can.
Okay.
That is not high enough. Low on the Arcana rolls this time, unfortunately.
Okay. I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And I think I'm still going to try to hit this egg because he's obsessed with it. I'm going to go for a Scorching Ray.
Okay.
Ooh.
So your first Scorching Ray will be an automatic hit on the egg as it begins to burn up, and you just hear screeching from the egg. Go ahead and roll damage, and it's going to count as a critical hit.
Is that 8 the damage or no?
That's the attack roll.
Oh, I thought. Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, my bad.
So just click Scorching Ray, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
All right, 11, and it's 2d6, right? So we're going to add an additional 9 points of damage, dealing 20 points of fire damage.
And then do I see basically that that body's just on fire right now?
Yep. I mean, the fire extinguishes over pretty quickly, but yeah.
Okay,
So-
I'm gonna shoot another ray at it.
Okay. That hits for 10 points of fire damage.
And this thing is still kicking right now?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, I'll do a third one.
Okay. That one will not hit
Okay.
as we add a new initiative counter. All right. So at the top of the new round, Egg.
Okay, he's kind of like visibly shaking because he's so hyped up from the haste.
As you're shaking, you will hear the following. Let me make sure this is good. Oh, gotta minimize. And yeah, you'll hear this.
Oh,
Okay.
It's not good.
Can I roll an Arcana check to determine if I recognize that sound, or like what kind of check?
Yeah, go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Okay.
With a 21, you will identify that a otherworldly astral power is about to appear. Next round.
Oh, I think something big is coming. I've got to go. He dodges under Zathani, and he's kind of ducking and weaving through them so fast.
Yep.
He's going to stab the one that was next to him beforehand. And I'm going to do a green flame blade for this one.
Okay.
So normal stab to see if a hit. Does 13 hit?
A 13 does not hit.
Okay, never mind. It's going to be 2 normal attacks then for the stand. He's going to just try and stab him twice more.
Okay.
10, 13, damn.
Both miss. Both miss.
Yeah, he's just like jabbing in the air, and he's going a little bit too fast for his own good. He's like, slow down, slow down, slow down. But that's it. That's what I can do.
I like it. I like it. All right. Tremor, it is now your turn.
All right. Tremor is going to. Does he hear that sound as well, by the way?
Oh, yeah. Everyone hears that.
All right. He's going to look to Gideon. It's coming. Let's finish this quick. And he runs through Ellie. She turns into like a puff of ghost for a second and just kind of gives you a grumpy face. And then he is going to look towards the one that's injured. Actually, I'm going to roll to see its health.
Okay.
If I can.
$13 is not high enough.
Man, we were rolling really bad today. And he's going to look at the one in front of him and he's going to say, okay. And he's going to get all hyped up.
Here we go.
Rub his hands together faster and faster until they start to spark. And then he's gonna reach out and go, fire lightning.
The first one hits, which means you are able to do another vile lightning on every adjacent target.
Is that just adjacent to me or adjacent to the target I hit?
Adjacent to the target you hit. This also includes allies, which is why you're able to pick some people to get a disadvantage on their attack rolls. This also includes allies.
Okay.
So it's up to you.
So I would be able to hit the one diagonal to the one that I hit.
Correct. But you will also have to roll against Ellie, against Egg, and Zahanni. But you can also have them... But you could roll that at disadvantage for those if you'd like.
I see.
It's like unstable lightning. But it's up to you if you want to do that or not.
You won't hit me.
I think because it's my first time using it, he kind of wants to see what it does. So
okay.
And also, Ellie's immune to necrotic damage, so I don't think it's gonna be that bad.
Yeah.
Well, let's give it a shot.
Okay.
How many rolls is that?
Well, first roll the damage on the first vile lightning to see how much it does.
All right, it's 2 of these, so
yeah.
Did that go through? And then again.
Yeah. Is that Hold on, let me see the roll. I'm trying to like mouse over it. Jesus Christ, what the hell am I looking at?
It's a 5 plus 1.
Yeah, it should be 4. Yeah, it should be 46. Yeah, so it's you do 12 points of damage. Yep. As you like zap them with this.
Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's better than the Moldov handshake.
2d20s? I don't know. Maybe on average it comes out similar.
I think so.
All right, and then how many do I have to cast?
You have to roll 4 more vile lightnings. We'll start with Zahanni for the first roll. That's at disadvantage though.
1.
You can
2.
you can also shift click. Does a 13 hit you, Zahanni?
Yeah.
Okay, so you take 11
The other one was
points.
11.
Well, that's the damage. You rolled 13 and 16, so the 13 is the hit.
Vile lightning to hit 11. Oh, it did a double roll again. All right, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. Go ahead and click the first vile lightning, see how much damage it does.
Yeah.
4 points. Oh, you got to
Oh, yeah, I gotta
roll
do it
twice. Yeah. 11 points of damage. As you just see, it just surges forward. Yeah, if you're doing disadvantage, just go ahead and shift click the roll, and then we'll go do that. Next one's gonna be the actual enemy target.
Okay.
That hits. For 11 points of electro. Yep. Next one's egg. Shift click.
I think it's control click for disadvantage.
Or control click. Yeah, that works too. 10, which I believe is a miss.
Don't hit. No.
And then next is Ellie.
Okay.
As she sees the lightning arc, she turns over to you. 13, I believe, does not hit her.
She's 14 AC. So.
Yep. So she's good. Yep.
Get fuck off. Fuck off right now.
Oh my god.
You can't say that. Only I can say that, dude.
All right.
I think he'll see the lightning arc over to his self-appointed kind of Padawan and be like, like a moment of guilt, and then kind of hide it and be like, use it, use the pain.
He's just Palpatine now.
Zahadi, it's now your turn. Oh no, it's actually Ellie's turn. Ellie goes.
Oh god.
Ellie's
sorry, my turns are so long. All right, Ellie, can you do an attack, or should I do it? I don't know.
I can do it. It's a critical hit.
Ooh, a crit.
For 19 points of necrotic damage as
Damn.
you see this thing just as a final cry. And he just turns to dust and withers away into the sky from necrotic damage.
Good job, Ghost.
Does he wither, or is there any part of his body left?
I would say there's little parts of his body. You see like a little a
Tremor would
dried up
collect them
tendril. Yeah, absolutely.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Add him to his pouch.
Zahani, it is now your turn.
After this massive beating that I just took, I'm gonna see myself in pretty grave danger and just cast invisibility on myself.
Okay,
So I don't take an attack of up. And I'm just gonna vanish from sight, and where should I go? I'm actually gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 back here.
Yep.
Oh no, he evaporated.
This one will like look around in a panic. I like that. All right, Duck is on.
Yeah, I feel like I do it right after the lightning hits me, so I just turn into a puff of smoke after being zapped.
Yep.
What have you done?
Can I
gotta get more anger.
Can I determine how these egg sacs work? Like,
Yes, you can.
is it gonna produce more, sort of thing?
Yeah, that is you absolutely can. Make the Arcana check. With a 17, these are not freshly born creatures. These are creatures that have been converted and reconstituted. It is at that point you realize that these creatures were once the Gith that lived here.
Oh no. And does that tell me anything about the
egg sacs?
So like they went in the sacs maybe as Gith and then they're coming out as this?
Yep, that is exactly it.
Cool. Is there a rock maybe in this space that is at least 1 pound?
I know what you're about to do, and yes, there's plenty of rocks around.
Are there any that are more than 5 pounds?
More than 5 pounds? I would say no. But there's definitely a bunch of like little tiny rocks.
Let's grab one that's 1 to 5 pounds and cast catapult heading west.
Yep. Okay. Where you mean east?
Yes, east.
Okay. As Gideon gets
Gonna
strung
run the
in.
entire 3D plan.
Just want to make sure.
It'd be the invisible fella.
Are you guys okay if we go over just a little bit? We're almost done with this session too.
Yeah.
Or is there a hard
Yeah,
stop?
I don't mind.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it won't be too much longer. Okay, so 9 points of bludgeoning damage as this rock just hits this burned guy in the gut, and he just.
Nice.
All right. Does that end your round?
Yeah, I'll walk to here also, I suppose.
Okay. Gideon.
I will first begin my turn by looking back to Duck and saying, if the baby's coming, we won't survive if we stay here. And then I will... Oh, I'll use Glacial Decay.
Such a funny phrase.
But we won't survive if we stay here. But I'm going to use...
But I mean, if you know what it means. Everybody knows what it means.
Yeah. Oh, man. I'll go for Glacial Decay on the one that I had already burnt. And got catapulted.
Bring it back.
Wow. Yeah. Cool.
And at that point, Gideon will realize this is why I went to time magic and abandoned this ancient.
Yep, literally.
Okay.
Wait a minute. I have a question. I have a question.
Yes.
Can I use Chronal Shift? Yes, I can on myself. I will use it on myself.
Okay.
Can I do that?
Well, a critical miss is an auto miss, so even if you use that, it's not going to help.
I didn't really like D&D anyway, Brett. It's fine.
Great. Feel wonderful. Thank you.
I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna back up near Duck, remembering what Levin had said, and then my turn.
Okay. This one will head over to you, right behind Gideon, and is gonna go in with the tentacles. A 24 to hit.
Now I'll use Chronal Shift and make him re-roll that.
Ooh, baby!
Nice.
Is that a ranged attack or is he moving?
It's a melee. He hasn't moved at all. He just turns over and you just kind of feel these little tentacles.
Oh, you meant Tremor. You said Gideon.
Oh, I apologize. Tremor. Yeah, I'm sorry. You'll see the tentacles kind of like graze the side of your heads a little bit, and then suddenly you feel this like. I don't even know how to describe it. It feels like wind blowing, as if it just was trying to get warped away. So I will re-roll the attack. It got the same number as you feel it again. It just creep over your head. It's a very confusing feeling. 13 points of psychic damage, and I need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
Okie doke.
Uh, 17's good. Yeah, again, you kind of see like those spectral tendrils trying to wrap around you, but that doesn't happen. All right. But yeah, you took 13 points of psychic damage. Perfect.
And I should also roll a concentration check.
For Mage Armor or for the for Ellie?
For Summon Undead. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, go for it.
Unless I don't follow that rule. It's up to you. Because more bond and everything.
I'll say you do follow that rule for this time.
Damn it.
But later, maybe.
Okay.
Constitution DC 10.
Okay, so is the saving throw?
Correct. You're good. You
right.
maintain her form. This one is going to continue to fight with it.
Okay. Disadvantage, please.
Use disadvantage. 19.
It does not hit.
Ooh.
Me haste is woo high.
Wow.
Yeah, me AC right now with haste is pretty high.
Yeah. So yeah. Oh, that's right. You're hasted. You got the armor. You're moving all over the place. You're dashing. You're
I have a 21 AC right now.
You're the villager with the boxing gloves in the Smash Brothers trailer, who's just like boxing all over the place. That's what I'm saying right now.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, just gonna the following. Okay, top of the round. Making sure we're good there. Oh yes. At that point, a surge of energy. You'll just feel like a gust of wind, a surge of electric energy.
Uh-oh.
As it just in an instant you see it just come into life. Cosmokara just begins to descend down into the area, its giant hand over you, Gall, right now. Top of the round. Tremor.
Is going to see this and with kind of a wild look over for Duckazan, and go, we have to get out of here. I don't know what this voice is becoming.
No, that's it. I like it. That is a confident Trevor voice.
I think Trevor in combat becomes more Palpatine than out of combat. So, That would be his reaction. He would say, "Sorry," and run through Ellie again.
Oh, she's fine with it, as she's also looking up at this point.
Yeah. And let's see. I would hit the one next to me with a Astral Shuffle. To see if I can break his attack of initiative or his opportunity attack.
Okay.
Let's see. It looks like it's been broken, so I'm just gonna roll plus. There, just roll that.
Nope, that's a miss.
Oof.
Oh, damn.
All right, then I guess I'm taking this attack. Yeah, because we want to get within 5. Or I guess he's gonna look to her to see if she's planning to come to us or if we should gather around her.
Talking's a free action. You can talk to each other.
We have to teleport out of here. Do I come to you or are you coming to me?
I will step forward.
Okay. I wish I did a different attack then. Yeah, she. Have any bonus actions? Sorry, guys.
I don't have to step forward, but I can.
I think that is all I can do. So for Ellie, she'll just make another attack. And I don't know if we made that thing afraid of her last time.
So the frightened. Let me go ahead and roll that right now, because it could be frightened. You are absolutely correct.
I think we should have rolled it for last time too.
Yeah, so the first time the frightened just means that it can't get closer, so it didn't move at all. This one was a roll of an 11, so it would also be frightened, which means it gets disadvantage on attacks against her, but not
against anyone else.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, it's afraid of the target.
Okay. Then yeah, I think she just attack again.
Okay. With Ellie?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Go ahead and whoopam. That's a hit.
Uh-huh.
10 points of damage.
Nice.
I have to move this because it's so massive. All right.
Complete the turn. Sorry, real quick. Arcana check. I want to do an Arcana check on the baby.
What would you like to know?
How old are you?
Yeah. I think I want to see if there's anything necromantic about it by nature.
Okay.
'Cause that's what he's most comfortable with.
Okay.
And it doesn't look healthy, so I think he wants to understand if that has anything to do with its composition.
Okay. That will not help. However, you do gain a sort of insight on the creature that you may be able to use later once you are at a calm place, and I will explain more about that later.
Okie doke.
Oh.
That's my turn then.
Okay. Egg. You see this literal. Now you understand why everyone's been calling this thing the space baby.
I get it now. He's gonna do he's gonna do booming blade to this one close to him. Oh, 9, damn it. Anyway, he's gonna stab him twice more then. No, actually, no, just once more. Sorry.
Okay.
15, 15. No, actually, you're close enough that I can. Yeah. Okay. I'll stab it twice more.
Okay.
18.
That hits.
5.
Okay.
No, I'll do one stab because I'm going to do my haste to disengage.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20. And he's going to dash over here. He's going, so yeah, I'll fight later. And he just dashes over to here. Where to go?
Okay, he's going to do an attack pop on you.
No, use disengage because haste.
Oh, use disengage. Okay, cool, awesome, perfect.
One, yeah.
Thank you. Okay, Zahani, it's now your turn.
I'm going to
Remain
sort of
invisible.
sneak my way. Yeah, I'm gonna stay invisible. Sneak my way over to Tremor, and just say, "I'm still here, next to Tremor."
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna do.
All right. Oh, nice. Dakazan, what do you do?
I would like to make an Arcana check on this baby.
Okay.
I'm most interested in the gravitational aspects, so if there's anything I can glean on that specifically, do you want more of a specific question or?
Nope, that works too. You just want to research as much as you can about this thing while you're here.
Yeah.
Okay, make an Arcana check.
Specifically, I'm curious about whether it's intentionally affecting gravity stuff or if it's just an after
Ooh, I
effect,
like it.
Or
Yeah. Oh, but
also if there's anything else I observed.
Okay.
That's nothing.
Yeah, so a 13 will not give you the answer, but the same answer that I gave Tremor. Perhaps you'll be able to reflect on this and it will assist you in the future.
I will step to here. I will ask everyone, must we go right now?
I love it.
Yes. Do you not see the giant baby?
We could glean something more and then leave.
I am bleeding a lot.
Who said that?
If you like, we can stay. I don't mind. You would send him back.
I don't. Is Zahani still invisible?
Yeah.
Okay.
You just hear just a voice next to you, yeah.
Yes, I'm still invisible.
All right, let's go. I will take out the amethyst and either prepare, teleport, or cast it.
All right. Your teleport will be ready in the next round.
Get as much information as you can.
Gideon, it's now your turn.
For giggles, I want to make an Arcana check against the baby.
Okay.
I want to know how much health it has.
Okay.
Oh no.
Infinity.
This is gonna be bad information.
With
no.
with a 25,
Oh my god.
you cannot discern that information at
Oh,
this time.
No!
But
You know what, Brett? You know what, Brett?
But I can tell you two things. One,
Okay.
at the same thing, you'll be able to use this to research it in the future. And two, I can tell you that it has 4 digits of health. Over 1,000 HP.
Okay. Gideon I think he doesn't move. He does nothing. He looks at the baby and stares at the massive size of the baby and says, "Yeah, I'm ready to go." And then ends his turn.
Okay. You will see these things. These things are just ignoring it completely. It just they kind of look up a little bit at the as Cosmicara, as their tendrils just kind of like motion up in the air, as if they're trying to commune, and then looks over at you all, and you just hear them both just screech, and they will go in for the attack. So yeah, they'll charge in. This one will actually move away. All right.
Oh, they're gonna come with us.
As you're now
But they
casting
are.
the spell.
Uh-oh.
Wait.
We just put it into the first
You know
year's
what's fine?
room.
We'll study them. It's fine.
That's a miss. Oh yeah, they both miss entirely against both you and Tremor, Egg and Tremor. Okay, so top of the round, Cosmicara will now gain initiative.
Ah!
Okay. Adding a couple of things. Sorry. Almost done. And
How far away is the baby?
he is about like 300 feet above the air.
Okay. I was tempted to fireball it. I'm not gonna lie.
Just real quick. All right. Tremor, it is now your turn.
he's gonna do another Arcana check on the baby.
Okay.
Would I be able to glean any more about the necromantic nature of it if I tried again, or do you think?
I think you can ask. I think you can ask the question again.
Okay, then yeah, I'm gonna try to delve deeper into it.
Okay. With a
Crit.
with a 27, I can tell you. Well, first of all,
Very nice.
I can give you a little bit more information about the necromantic question. Absolutely. I will also allow you to ask a second question since you rolled a crit.
You know what? Because Duckazon is taking one for the team and getting us out of here, I'll try to figure out what I can about the gravitational nature of it, if I
Nice. All right. So the 27, the first thing I can tell you is the same thing I've been telling you the entire time. You may be able to glean some research of it once you have a time of reflection. I can give you the answer about the necromancy and then give you an answer about the gravity. It is necromantic in nature, but it is also ancient in nature. At this point, you realize you are literally staring at a dead god.
Oh, fuck. That is a revelation.
At the same time, as far as the gravity, it is not intentionally morphing the gravity. It is just a side effect of its nature.
Okay.
All right.
That is fascinating. And then for the rest of my turn, I'm just gonna try to beat the shit out of these tentacle boys. Do any of them look more worse for wear than the other? There's one we crit.
They're both kind of close. I can't really tell you which one looks worse than the other without an appropriate Arcana check. So.
All right. Fuck it. I'm gonna third level magic missile. So I think that's what, because we get 4 for level 1.
Correct.
So that's 5, 6. All right, 6 of these. 1.
Who are you attacking?
2. The one to the south of me.
Okay. So 6
2,
damage so far.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Jesus.
With that final missile, you just pelt it down as its body just and then it goes limp.
I will collect whatever I can of it because I purposely did not use necromantic energy because I wanted to collect non-decayed versions of it. So
Roll a d20 as
right.
you pull out like a dissection knife, like a little bit of like a curved blade.
Yeah.
Okay, so you kind of go down and you just slash as far as you can, and you get 2.5 of the tendrils from its face.
Okay.
And you just
This
pocket
is like
it
in the 6
immediately.
seconds before you teleport away, just butcher like crazy trying to cut open this body.
Oh, I think it skipped me, Brett.
Oh, and Ellie goes too. Sorry.
Egg, you. Oh yeah, it did. Man, what's going on today? Egg, go for it.
We do Ellie attack too
Yeah.
Oh,
What
yeah.
do you- yeah, I'll do that too.
on the other one.
Yeah. Whapam! That's a miss.
Damn.
Arcana check to determine if they're going to be teleported with, or this one is going to be teleported with us.
Okay, I like it.
17.
Yep, it's coming with you if it stays 5 feet away.
Okay, this thing is going to be coming with us.
Good.
Okay, well, let me just a little bit. I'm gonna stab it once, just normally.
Okay, that's a
Never
critical
mind.
miss.
I'm gonna stab it again.
That's a critical hit, baby!
Sometimes you miss, sometimes you hit. Okay.
You
So that
impale
would be-
through its chest, and it falls down dead.
Oops! I was trying to keep it alive. Can I use the last bit to like, my last little action to kind of like, I don't know, cut another tendril off, like Tremor's
Yeah,
doing?
sure, roll a 20.
Butchers. Trevor looks over to you with blood all over him. Yes. Harvest the flesh.
Will
With an
teleport bring dead bodies?
You're about to find out. So with a 8, you kind of like go in with your rapier and you just like tear it up, but you do it so clumsily that you just butcher his
shish kebab.
face all over. Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
So it's just, yeah.
But I don't get any. He got 2.5 tendrils for a 9. I got a potion
Well,
face for an 8.
he's also a necromancer, so he has a history of harvesting
I'm pretty
bodies.
good at this and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You're just someone who's like, I like collecting things. I don't know how many body parts you've collected. So, okay. So at a 20 of a mystery initiative, the following will happen. His giant gangly hand will reach out and begin to place a shadow over all of you.
Nope.
Zahani.
As soon as he finishes that, you're gonna see in the space where I was, another one of these tentacle creatures pop up and say, "There was another one of me." And then I slap my face and it turns back into me and says, "Just kidding, let's go."
Was it a prank at us?
And at that point in time, Duck, you will feel the energies, the teleporting magics of the energies go off in the amethyst as you and the corpses teleport back. Loading. So I will. Yep. Okay. So. Oh, I think Discord's crapping out. Hold on. I'm gonna change the server real quick. Guys, can you hear me okay? Alright, I'm gonna change server. That's the teleport sound. Hello?
Okay.
I changed the server. We're good. That was the sound of the
Some good
teleportation.
that was some teleporting RP.
Yeah. You guys were teleporting. That's what happened.
I really went all out on this one.
Thank you. As you all teleport back, Ellie will return back into your phylactery, Tremor. Yep. You will see a panicked, just like he was pacing, like Levin was pacing, and you guys appear, and he just rushes over to you guys. Are you all right? Is everything okay?
No, the honey's dead.
I'm laying on the floor.
Zahani, you are
Trevor
not
would
dead.
run over to you. And, like, check him.
Go ahead and make a medicine check.
I feel like I'd be pretty good at determining the life. If someone's there, like,
you immediately realize he's alive, and you don't know why he's laid there.
Trying to keep from cracking over my face.
I slap him over the face.
I told you we'd be fine.
I felt an unsettled presence. I was worried about, what are these? He begins looking over at the creatures.
We saw Cosmicari. They were right above us.
He's quiet for a moment as he kind of like holds his mouth. He looks over at Tremor. Are you hurt?
Only a little.
Happy to see you all in one piece. And you brought specimens. Good.
These creatures used to be the Githzerai. Or the Githyanki, I don't know which.
Oh no.
He'll nod. From the limited amount of research that I've done, all I have to go off are fairy tales and stories. It is said that Cosmicari, or rather the clan of Cosma, just consumes everything in their wake. What did you see? What did you witness?
I gleaned some information before we left.
How did it look over there? Was anyone still alive? Or were they all converted into these things?
We weren't able to enter any of the structures, but we did not see any regular Gith.
They used an illusion, it seemed, to appear as Gith until we got
close. The entire
close.
land seemed to be transformed by illusion. I don't know if it is usually in the state of the illusion that we arrived to, but it seemed quite transformed.
It's definitely different from a year ago.
Lots of eggs over there.
It must have
Oh
been
yeah,
hiding.
and they came from eggs. No offense.
Why'd you
Look
say
at
that
egg.
like that?
He will.
Most things come from eggs.
He will
I
say.
don't think that's true.
It must have been hiding. The Cosma, they feed off of everything. The land, the people, anything that has a source of life. They are constantly hungry and devouring. And you've dismissed as an illusion. Did anything at all seem alive?
There were veins in the ground, I believe.
It attuned itself with the land. We'll have to find what it's going to do next. It sounds like there may be nothing left in the area, and if it does, it's going to move. But where it moves, I'm uncertain. At that point, he will just get a pained expression on his head as he just like collapses to the ground. Levin.
Tremor would go to help him up.
His eyes open wide. He'll look up to you, Tremor. I never told you this. The last time, I've already experienced this 2 times. The first is when you arrived into the Astral Veil for the first time. The second is when you left. The shift and tearing force of planar travel to Io. I seem to be sensitive to it. If I'm feeling this again, he will just get a panic expression at his face as he then goes over to the scrying orb and begin to look.
Someone from Io is here?
No, boy. I don't think someone from Io is coming. I think someone or something is trying to leave to get to Io. And then he'll look at you all with a sort of like a very concerned expression. What if Cosmikara is trying to leave the veil?
Phew.
And then he's just going to look at Gideon and Tremor.
That must mean that they must want something that is not here.
A new food source?
Have they run out of food?
Or they've grown tired of this one.
Merely
There's something
bored.
else. Tremor would kind of stand up next to Levin. Before we left, I recognized something about the baby. It's ancient. Like beyond any of our experience, I think. And it's dead. That should... I don't know how to describe what I know, but I believe it's a dead god. Somehow resurrected. Do you know of anything like that, Levin?
He would look around, and he just kind of like... You could just see the panic expression, like the panic he's trying to hold. If you've identified this thing as a dead deity, then we all might be in grave danger. He looks over. That is but a fetus. A child.
It's always the parents.
And he looks at Egg like, that's the question, isn't it?
If it was resurrected, what could possibly be so powerful to resurrect something that massive?
That's the thing. I don't think it was ever resurrected. I think if we were to talk about the mythos of gods, and I've never been religious to believe in deities, I would imagine death wouldn't be so finite.
I think it never died. It's just on the brink.
He'll nod. Whatever it is, this thing is here, and it's hungry. It's either going to continue to devour all around us, or it's going to leave this plane and devour an easier target. And I worry that it may be your play next.
Oh, whoa.
We have a lot of preparation to do, it seems. Will you assist me in this task?
Of course. I
You.
believe I can investigate the corpses and help understand more of the nature of this being trapped between life and death.
He'll nod. Well
Yes.
then. I guess the first thing we should figure out is where is it going now, and how long it's going to take to get there. We can determine its next location. We might... He'll shake his head. Be able to face it somehow. I feel like we're going to need more. A lot more. Abled warriors, capable fighters like yourself.
An army.
He'll nod. At least a few good legends.
Yeah.
All right. Take a breather. I'll see what I can find.
Trimmer. I just want to say that, insects, reptiles, birds, fish, amphibians, we all lay eggs. You mammals are the weird ones. Just saying. Most things.
He's gonna kind of narrow his eyes at Egg. And then a smile will kind of creep across his face.
Fair enough. Not enough people call me on my bullshit.
He's gonna like give him a pat on the shoulder. And walk off.
All right. Well,
Real quick,
yes.
he'll go to Duckazan and say,
I also saw one last thing. I know I tried to glean something of its gravitational nature. I don't know as much as you, but it didn't seem to be intentionally exerting the force that it did. It seemed to be just a byproduct of whatever its nature is.
I see. Thank you.
Hope that's helpful. Are gods like super dense?
Depends on the god.
Whoa.
Depends what you consider super.
he's gonna eyes widen.
Whoa.
Well, with that, so ends literally session 1 of the Astral Academy.
Woohoo!
What'd you guys think? Pretty heavy first episode.
Dangerous.
Pretty
Yeah.
heavy.
Big steak.
Heavy, yo!
I'm glad you didn't do it like the academy where we, like the original academy where we thought like, oh, this could be great. This is a nice school. Nothing's gonna go wrong. You just gave us right into the bad stuff. Like, oh yeah, you're
just
screwed this whole
dive
time.
right
This is
in.
great.
Yeah.
Love it.
Did you guys have fun for your first session though? You guys looking
yeah.
forward to the story?
Yeah, it's cool.
Of course.
Everyone's got such great characters.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like I like the
love-
dynamic.
You got
love
good
everyone's
chemistry.
characters.
I love it. That's always good. So before we end, I do want to like just tell you a little bit as a sneak peek of what you'll be doing.
What's to come?
So you may have noticed Levin's been dropping a little bit of like, hey, so hey Tremor, the students, I think we can go and get those student souls back. Hey, hey Gideon, here's a source of time. There's gonna be a lot of just miscellaneous things of active study that you guys are gonna do that'll be able to improve yourself and your classes outside of just leveling up, essentially. One of the key things that you'll be doing, but you won't be able to do all the time, which is why you'll be doing these other side stuff, is essentially, as an above board answer, you're going to be studying the final boss of this campaign, so that you can actually figure out like what exactly you're facing, how you're facing it. The Arcana checks that you have been making at this point is actually going to for some of you that have done like the combination DCs and stuff like that that we've done for tasks, there is essentially a giant DC pool for various aspects of this creature that you guys will be able to research, essentially, so that you can actually learn what's its hit points, what's its armor class, what kind of abilities do it have, and more importantly, how can we counter that? Yeah, and how old it is, obviously. Yeah, how smelly he is.
Showed up in Ash one day.
So as you study and unlock this information, you will actually be able to provide boons for the fight. So, for example, if you do determine like how many hit points does this creature have, I will tell you its original hit points, but you will actually fight it at a lowered hit point since you have successfully researched how to counter this creature. But essentially, yeah, you're going to be spending time just being like, that's the target. What do you do? And since it is an ancient force, it's going to be a lot of trial and error, aka simulations of actually fighting the creature, as if you were going to fight this thing.
Interesting.
So, yeah. Above all else, as Levin has also introduced, you're also going to be researching on potential powerful warriors and fighters in the world of Io specifically. AKA, you're going to start learning some stuff about the other campaigns and what they're capable of, because you might have to reach out to them and help, ask them to help you.
Oh.
So that is a couple of things to look forward to for the Astral Academy.
A lot of responsibility.
Whoa.
What I tell you, I said this is going to be the most impactful campaign.
We're headed to endgame, baby.
Yeah.
We're the Guardians. We got to go get the Avengers.
Oh my god, you're right. It's all coming together.
Oh my god.
Shane's character is Groot. I'm probably fucking.
I love Shane's character so much, dude.
Yeah. I love all of your characters, all the new characters. If you guys have a little bit of time, I know we've already went really over. Would you like to see? I have for you all some fan art.
Oh,
We've got some fan art today. We've actually got a lot of fan art. Look at this. Oh my god. Do you guys have a few minutes to check it out?
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It's actually, I'm really proud. I usually expect like a couple of pieces, but there actually is like a lot of fan art today. 5, 6. I'm loading it all now.
I'm a little concerned that Shane's character learned the word illusion today. It is now directly responsible for saving the realm.
Oh my god, what is this? Okay, keep putting that there. Oh my god, there's actually so much art today. Guys, thank you so much for all this fan art. What the heck? Oh my gosh. All right, we got some fan art, we got some memes. Let's memes. Okay, so if you guys want to look at the stream, I can show you on there if that works. So first of all, we got Darth Tremor, very important that we start right off the bat with that. Next thing we have here is Tremor actually casting Vile Lightning. Look at this bad boy.
Today?
That's today. We got some talented artists in IO that have been like
That's so cool.
dropping some sick fan art during these streams. It's been awesome. Unlimited power. Tremor's last session be like, the attempt of my life has left me scarred and deformed, but I long for that kind of power. Oh my god. We also have here Tremor with his decked out mage armor. Yeah, my mage armor's pretty sweet.
Oh my god.
That's so good.
Like a war hammer armor set.
We have I think this is somewhat did this is Aldoris, it says. Master Illusionist Aldoris from back in the day. Hey.
I remember,
hey.
Yeah,
He's still out there.
He's still out there. He's
still
not
out
dead.
there.
Maybe for this god killing thing, he could come back at some point.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gotta checkmate a god.
all of his illusions were just really well made, like polygonal shapes. They were just...
what's gravity? As I see it, I think this is an upside down. This is upside down.
That's amazing.
That's great.
Apparently a lot of what's gravity fan art here. What's gravity? And then we've got a triggered duck over here. Just very. Why, father? This is.
He's the opposite to Tremor.
I really love this one.
This is
no.
Oh, no,
the extra hand.
Double
why,
hand.
father?
Oh, so gross.
I love this. Look at this. Look at that. You look at your boy, Joe.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's so good.
With
Love
the
the
little
colors.
guy at the end. Yeah, man, that's so. You guys
Yeah,
are
he's got the
crazy.
little down. That's so cute.
Look how fast you all drew this. This was
You did
awesome.
this right now? What the
This
hell?
was done during this
That's mad.
section. Yeah. And then finally, you got this Trevor. Everything going okay here? Yep. All right, works for me. I like Levin as like this just like tired dad that's like whatever. Just don't.
It's just he is a dad that didn't give me enough attention, so I'm acting out, and he's
Yeah.
like,
And that's that's all the fan art. Thank you guys so much for all that. Holy God, what a session! I'm really
That was
looking
so much
forward to this
fun.
campaign. I'm really
Yeah,
looking
me too.
forward to this. So yeah, guys, thank you so much, and thanks for going way over today. I promise you, we won't be going this late
No,
all the time.
I mean, it's the first session, right?
It's
Like,
the first
cool
session.
one.
It's we did it like a session 0 and a session 1 all at the same time.
Yeah.
So I totally get it.
Yeah, it
All
was
right.
cool. It was cool.
All right, guys. Well, yeah, thank you guys so much, and we'll do this again next week, right?
"Yep."
Yeah.
Yes,
That-
yes,
yes.
yes, yes, yes.
All right. I'm looking forward to DMing you all. I will see you guys next week. Just shoot me a message if you need anything, okay?
All right, cool.
Sounds good.
All right.
Catch you
Bye.
later.
All right. Bye, guys.
Everybody.
Thanks for watching.
Nice meeting you again.
Guys, nice
Wholesome.
meeting you, Shane.
Nice meeting you,
Yeah.
Shade. Shade, nice to meet you. Brizzy, nice to meet you. Joe, nice to meet you. Criken,
This is
Shady, nice to meet you.
BM.
All
BM.
right. All right. See you
Bye.
guys later. Wow, what a session. That was good. You guys had fun today? Did you guys enjoy that first session? Was it everything you'd hope it would be? Oh man, got a little sub love today too. Maybe. Look at that. Man, thank you all for the subs today. That's awesome. If you guys would like to, Shane almost died. Shane, my buddy, welcome to IO, dude. Dude, you did great. Can we give a round of applause for my boy Shane? I'm gonna tell you right now, guys. Let me tell you something about my boy Shaynehawke. I DM'd Shane. I don't know if I was his first DM, but I DM'd Shane in several games. Brizzy, let me go ahead and also VIP you here. Brizzyvoices. Let me give you that VIP status. I DM'd Shane. I don't know if I was his first DM, but I DM'd Shane. He did good. He was very passionate about D&D. This is my first session I've DM'd Shane in a while, and he's done like roleplay wise. It's so good. Like he's been really improving on the D&D confidence level since the last time I DM'd him. So good on Shane. Give Shane some love. Brizzy did great as well. Brizzy, an absolute talent. I'm very fortunate to be DMing all these new people in IO. It's absolutely wonderful. So thank you guys so much for that and for being a part of that. Yeah, man, I'm so lucky to be DMing so many people in this world. It's insane. I don't even know how many people. I don't even want to count, but we're DMing so many people now. It's wonderful. So thank you guys so much for being a part of that. Also want to give a shout out to our Patreon members. Be sure to join the Patreon if you'd like to go ahead and support the world of IO. It helps me out tremendously and allows me to freaking keep doing this thing that we do as a freaking living, dude. Thank you guys so much for that. It's awesome that we have so many people on the Patreon right now. We put it all through art. We got some art updates that are going to be pushing up there for our $10 tier. I've got some Game Master notes for our Game Master tier. And a lot more is coming. And we're using that funding into a lot of really just cool things. So I'm looking forward to it. Brett, I'm going to give you a shout out for incredibly high quality DMing. Thank you so much. I try the best that I can. It's I'm a nervous wreck while I DM. I'm literally at the end of every D&D game a sweaty freaking mess, dude. So thank you so much for those kind words. I really do appreciate it. Can't wait for Eleonora to come back to the final fight. I mean, look, It is the Avengers Endgame is going to be the end of Astral Academy. So there's going to be a lot of Astral Academy is going to open and branch off. It's going to be great. I'm looking forward to it. So thank you to everyone that is a member of our Patreon, but I also want to give a shout out to Link Zorbaj, Dramavian, Lopar Panda, the Hug Hunter, and Starter Pack. Thank you guys so much for being part of the big donos. I think we just got a new $50 Patreon. And if we did, I have to double check. I'm so sorry. I think we got a new one like last night and I haven't had the chance to add it. I'm going to go ahead and double check and make sure we do that. So I'm so sorry. If you're here right now and I didn't call you out, I am very sorry. I'm going to make sure we get that for the next D&D game. So yeah, and look at all the subs we got today. Dude, thank you so much for all our subscribers. Balonosaurus, thank you, has resubscribed with a tier 1 sub for 3 months. Thank you so much for that. Let me get to my list of people because we're going to be doing a lot with our new tier 1s. Starter Pack gifted a tier 1 sub to Gristar Gaming. Thank you so much for that. Rosando0216, thank you for the 5 gifted subs, it looks like. Yo, thank you so much for all those gifted subs, man. I really appreciate that. Swiping Frames has gifted a sub to Lady Gamer. Thank you again for that. Very Big Onion with the $30 donation. Dude, thank you so much for that. Thank you. Just found out about your channel and been catching up on the VOD channel on YouTube. Listening to the VODs of work really makes the day go by faster. Thank you for the hours of entertainment. Keep it up. Yo, Very Big Onion. That is so kind to you, dude. Thank you so much for that. Tachi Glassbender with the raid. Thank you so much for raiding our D&D game. I hope you had a fun time today if you're still around. Seabear gifted a sub to Criken. Seabear, by the way, talented artist that has done the majority of our custom art. All of our logos is done by Seabear. I can't thank the guy enough. Thank you so much, Seabear. If you're still around, you have brought IO to life in ways that I can't perceive. So thank you so much, man. Really do appreciate that. Confused Gamer, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Chewbacca07. J Jam with the Prime resub. Thank you so much. Weirwood with the tier 1 sub for 2 months. Welcome back, Weirwood. And Deefy with the Prime sub. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Rack Pack. Confused Gamer has gifted a sub to Xenoshima. Thank you so much for that. River Zebra resubscribed with the tier 1 sub for 2 months. Whoop whoop, time for school. Hell yeah, dude. Time for school indeed. Hug Hunter has resubscribed with the tier 1 sub for 9 months. Thank you so much, Hug Hunter. I'm going to go ahead and add your name there. Mightyana numbers. Mightyana 58753345. Thank you for the Prime sub. No Magician resubscribed to tier 1 sub for 3 months yesterday. So we're in. We're done. Guys, thank you so much. Like I said, once again, man, I really do appreciate you all and your support. I might do a tiny stream tomorrow. If I do, it's going to be a D&D map stream. Because I have a lot of tier 1 subs I have to do. Also, I think I'm gonna redo my question mark. I think I've doubled the names up on my Patreon thing. I just noticed I don't want to get that fucking fixed. Yeah, so for those that are a tier 1 sub here on the channel, whether you're a new tier 1 sub, you resubscribed with the tier 1 sub, or you have converted your Prime sub or your gifted sub status over to a tier 1 sub. We built a little house for you in a D&D map we're working on. It honestly is just a map. I've been looking for my name. Yeah, it's been a few days, Dare, since we've had a chance to go there. We actually have a lot of people to add today. Let me go ahead and double check. Yeah, no, Dare, you should be on there. We'll figure it out. Anyways, yeah, I haven't had a chance to do it literally all week, so we're gonna go ahead and get that done. But yeah, so it's a D&D map. Go ahead and check it. Yeah, go over there. We're gonna be doing that today. We're doing, it's like I said, it's a little D&D map making stream. We build a little village. It's nothing IO related. I get that question a lot. It's nothing IO related. It's just a little D&D map that we do every month that builds a little town that just kind of constantly grows as we continue to get tier 1 subs. It's been a fun little project. So if we do stream tomorrow, I'll probably be doing that. Wait, so do I get a house even though it's a gifted sub? Gifted subs do not get a house, but if you convert your gifted sub to a tier 1 sub status, you do get a house. And yeah, it's a way to thank those that do the monthly commitment with the tier 1 subs. It's a really big commitment on their part, and I want to make sure I'm thanking those people properly. So if you ever decide to convert your gifted sub or your prime sub over, yeah, we get that house built. And like I said, a new village every month. I think the next village we're gonna have like a river go through the area. So but yeah, so if we do stream tomorrow, it will be a very short stream because I would like to take a day off. Saturday, I believe I'm playing more Rakuin with Laura Shigihara, Super Shigi. We did part 1. I think we're gonna do part 2. This Saturday, I need to double check, but she was down. This Sunday, I'm gonna be playing more Minecraft with Masay and Ella. Masay, absolute delight, has quickly become a very good friend of mine. And we are going to go light the freaking portal up. We're going to the Nether. We're going to get to level 30, and we are going to get enchanted gear. I swear to God. We actually have the enchant station done. Now we need to get the enchanting done, and hopefully none of us will die. Next D&D game will be Monday. There's no misdemeanor this Saturday. One of our players needed the day, so we will be returning on that the following week. But Monday will be our next D&D game. Monday is going to be also a huge D&D game. If you saw Tower of Archimedes last Monday, you know why. 4 p.m. EST Monday for that. Be sure to join our Discords. And yeah, I didn't see my name. We'll wait for the update. If you're looking at the picture there, I'm almost certain I added you, bud. But like I said, we'll take a look. Thank you so much for your patience, man. I really do appreciate that. We'll get it figured out, bud. All right, guys, that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. Really do appreciate y'all very much. Like I said, most likely we'll be back tomorrow at some point in time to do a little map making stream. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.